So, when do you guys want to start recording? Or am I supposed to be recording right now? Am I goofing? Yeah.
Split the Dutch, pack it fatter than it once was. Lucy on the tongue, start blacking with a young blood. It's all acting till they actually get their fronts crushed. No ball passing, I'm Jackson times 5 mathematics. I don't wanna talk shit, I got some bad habits. Try to stay humble, but I guess I'm bad at it. I got a lot of things, but it's never bad rapping. We crawling out the mud, you can hear the gas clapping. Lost a couple friends who was trying to backstab it. You reap what you sow, what a fucking sad adage. Burn it all down, chalk it up to bad practice. Fuck it.
Okay, I got that. I hit that young hot button. So we're going. We're rolling. The gears are going.
Oh shit. Okay. So before we start, he says he wants to do Polar and Love, Death plus Robots podcast.
See, I haven't seen that yet.
I've only seen like the first 9 episodes of it. It's really good. Each episode is like its own different animation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw the ads on Netflix. I was like, oh, I'll check it out eventually.
I haven't been watching like anything lately. I feel like I'm just like always doing bullshit and like I dead ass like okay, I say I haven't been watching anything. I watched King of the Hill for like 9 episodes the other day. And it was just like a great it was like I was hanging with my dad and like my dad like he just got a Fire Stick and he's like, well, you know, you can look. My dad's like a country dude, and he's just like, well, you know, you look, you can get the Hulu on here, and I'm just like, okay, word. And then we watched King of the Hill, and like I forgot how dope of a show it is, and I was just like, yo, this is fire.
There's actually a Japanese dub. Someone shared a clip on Facebook of the episode where like Hank makes Bobby smoke like so many cigarettes and everything's in Japanese and there's like English subtitles. I'm like, this isn't actually that bad.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen those like really uncomfortable edits that are on YouTube of King of the Hill? It's like a YouTube poop, but it's not. Like it's like art. It's really strange. I'll find a link for you guys because we watched them in the EXO chat not too long ago. Well, I say not too long ago. It was like 6 months ago. We watched like a whole bunch of them, and they're all just so strange. Like if you get blunted and watch it, you're gonna have a bad time, but in the best way possible. So
I think like my only favorite like edited King of the Hill clip was I think the title is when someone compresses a JPEG photo.
Yeah.
The compression of the quality of the video just gets worse and worse every second.
It just sounds like his audio sounds like Big Crush. So at the end of it, you can't even tell what he's saying. Like when he says like, do I know what a JPEG is or whatever?
The only one I've seen, I think, was the one where Hank walks in the room and Bobby's just stirring the paint.
I think that's from one of those edits, but it's like isolated. Like I'm pretty sure that is. But there's this one like Peggy walks in. And like then I can't remember what somebody says something to her, but then like the words actually come out of their mouth like is like weird. It looks like those like old Windows like screensaver fonts comes out of their mouth and it hits her and then she just like splits into a million atoms. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's great. I'll definitely get the link for you guys. There's a whole channel that just does that.
Memes are like, they're evolving now, dude.
Yeah, I was talking about that with my girl the other day. We were talking about how, like, if you were to explain, okay, like, back in the day, memes, like, made sense. You know, like, okay, like, condescending Wonka, like, that made sense. You know, I don't think it's, like, funny anymore, but, like, it made sense, you know? But...
Those were called advice animals, I believe. Like, you know, Velociraptor, Good Advice Mallard, the duck.
Yeah, was it Good Guy Greg and like all those, like they all had a narrative that was easy to follow. And then like we were just talking about like Big Chungus and how if you were to go back like just 10 years in the past and be like, yo, dude, check this out, and show someone Big Chungus, they'd look at you like you were a psychopath. Like
my friend made a point. He made a post about it on Facebook months ago, and he was just like, if you were to tell me right now, if I were someone from the 70s telling me humor today is the Joker talking about gamers rise up, I would not have believed you.
Yeah, well, see, there's so much like it's all about context, and the thing is now it's like context is folding in on itself because there's so much of it all the time now. Like everything is contextualized now and then taken out of, you know. So
it's like you need to be part of this. Like it's like a big inside joke. Basically, you had to be there from the beginning.
Yeah, those are my favorite memes where it's just like, oh, clearly you don't understand. This is a tier 3 meme.
Yeah. You had to go through the levels. You know, I showed my mom. This is an old one, but it had a picture of Kermit the Frog, and he was like on Mars, and then like it was like a news headline underneath it, and it said "T lizard straight bullin' on Mars." And then my mom just looked at me and was like, "What's funny about this?" Like she was so confused, and she's pretty with it too. She's kind of hip to this stuff, but she looked at me like, well, "Okay, you need to stop doing drugs." You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my god! Like the reason why I brought up that whole evolution thing with memes was there's this. Well, do you remember back in 2014 or 2013, Doge?
oh yeah.
He's suddenly come back now. Like, he's been resurrected from the ashes, and now he's starting to have his own lore. There's this Facebook page called Your Daily Doge, and he has his own storyline now. Like, he has his own family. He has like cousins from Mexico, and like his little cousins, like I think like a Rottweiler or a boxer, and his name is Little Gordito.
That's fire.
I'm like, dude, like, how can a meme have like lore?
Well, dude, you remember the McDonald's meme with Shaq?
Oh
how
yeah,
deep
that's
that
right.
lore got?
Food broke.
That was really intense. Like,
yeah.
Wait. Oh, you talking about the thing, the food machine broke or whatever? You know what's really funny is like we said that, like my circle of friends said food machine broke like 15 years ago, because like we would always, there's this one, I'm from a super small town in South Carolina, and there's two McDonald's. There's one on the I, and then there's one in the middle of town. Now, the one on the I, it's weird because the one that's like right near the interstate, you would think would be open all the time, but it's not. It like closes at like 12 or something. But then the other one was only two places that are open past midnight here, and it's a Subway that's in a gas station and this McDonald's that closes at 3. And if you go there, like after a certain point, like they just don't give a shit at all. Like they don't even sort of care if you like if they're even open, you know, because it's usually just like, I don't know, like meth heads coming through and shit, you know what I'm saying? So at that hour, and so it's a little different around here, I guess. And so we would pull up, and then I remember they were out of like everything, like almost everything. They had like fries and just like double quarter pounders or just normal burgers, you know. And then that was like the whole meme with us was food machine broke, and it's funny to see that's like a thing now. And
everything's all like deep fried too, and then they use like the B emoji.
Exactly. It's like, it's so strange, man. Like when you just like take it out of like imagine if the past like 4 years of your life didn't happen, and then you like saw these memes, you'd be like, what's going on? But I feel like I would still like it. I would still think it's funny, just because I think that anything as dumb is funny. So, you know,
it's like we went from rage faces, you know, like troll face and whatnot, like things that we can relate to, and we went from there to like a cat in half with doing the circle thing, and it just says at the top when you walk with their hands. Like I love those memes where it says humor back then and humor now, and I'm like, this is so right. And for me, it's like my humor is so messed up. If I see a picture of a couch on sale, I laugh at it, because like memes have messed up my humor so much.
Yeah, no, real shit. I'll look at things and I'll laugh, and I'll just be like, why am I laughing at this point, you know?
Exactly, right?
Yeah, it's absurdist humor has like hit, and surrealist humor has hit an all-time high right now, and I'm here for it, you know? I also think that just in general, society's kind of like bending towards that way without just memes and stuff. You got like Eric Andre and stuff like that are that are definitely in that same vein of like what the fuck humor, you know? And I think that we're all just I mean, I don't know. The thing that scares me though is like I feel like we're right on the cusp of something either great or completely awful. Like I think 5 years from now, like memes are just going to be like black pixels, and then you just look at it and be like, I have ingested, and then that's
I have ingested.
Like your eyes are just gonna go black for a second, then turn back to normal, and then you're gonna just huh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that was a good one. That was a good meme.
Yo, check this one out. Download this one, homie. Like,
and if someone asks, like, what are you guys laughing at? And you're just going to be like, if you have to ask, you're part of the problem.
Yeah. My all-time favorite memes has to be the ones where, like, nothing makes sense. It's just a bunch of random pictures together, and then it says, like, well, you guys don't understand it. This meme is from the future. Like, it will be funny.
Oh, yeah!
Yo, that's great. That's great.
My favorite one of those where it's just like, this meme is from 3019, you won't understand. It's like some dude dancing, and it's just a photo of him that they split into 3 times, and there's a photo of him, then there's him in blue, and there's him in red, and then there's him in green. Like, in different angles.
Yo, okay, I got a question for you guys. Like, if you had to go back in time like 15 years and bring back like one meme just to freak someone out, like which one would you pick?
Dancing baby. Like, that's one of the very first memes.
Oh yeah, good old dancing baby. Yeah, man, it's a rough one because there's so many to choose from now. I think I would just have to bring like a sicko mode meme, like something that would like contextually make no sense whatsoever.
Mash it up with Mobamba.
Yeah, or like a jock coin meme, something that's like not even really funny, like you know, like something. I
remember like when all the what was it that you just said, the Sycamo memes were coming out. I'm like, is this is just a Diet Despacito meme? Like, I remember when Despacito 2 and 3 were coming out. I'm like, wait, how is this a meme? And then like all the unnecessary sequels. Despacito 4 discovered by Elon Musk. You know what was a fire meme? This is back when like SoundCloud was like a big thing. I don't know if you guys remember when that was like a thing, when people were making weird audio memes on SoundCloud. No, not really. One of them, there's some good ones. One of my favorites is Nickelback. It's like Nickelback but with the LOL, and then it just does the what's that song that they sing is like every time take a look at this photograph. It's just like, but they pitch correct it to where it just says every time I do it makes me laugh, every time I do it makes me laugh, every time, like over and over, but it's on pitch. And then like halfway through he actually says every time I do it makes me laugh, every time I do it makes me LOL ha ha ha. Like, it was really next level shit. Okay, it's really funny to listen to, but the only other one that I know is someone got Smash Mouth's song, and they're like, and they just keep on repeating, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. All those are like the watered down ones though, because there was a bunch of them that took a lot of effort. You know, like the Nickelback one was because they had to go through and like pitch correct all of that and all that stuff, right? But one of my favorites is there was this like. It was like a house song by Martin Garrix called Animals that was like really, I didn't like it, but it was just like a thing, but it was really easy to change the melody in it because it was just like this one, like almost like a woodblock sound and a 4 to the floor, like an 808. Okay. And they would take it and like do like, I don't know, like Mary Had a Little Lamb or something on it instead, like where the drop would be. And it was great. No one's going to laugh at this part because like everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But it was really funny. You should go back and listen to that sometime. But yeah, shout out SoundCloud. I don't remember the whole SoundCloud thing, actually. I'll have to look into it though. I'll get you up on the lore later. I'll do that, you know. It's serious business.
When I be on site. Hot nights, slamming controllers because of boss fights. Clicking off the top light, slipping, fall a shot twice. Golden eye, lost my save slot twice. Post a couple tweets, now you think you Walter Cronkite. Silliness on site, semis with the infrareds on it. Laser tag the ass, I'm finna pin the tail on it. Split the rail slowly, Master Roshi with the wave. It's like you took my whole style and tried to clone me in a day. Losing exposure. MCs biting like I'm fondling cobras. I don't know. Keep my name out your mouth. Style, I'll leave your brains on the couch.
So Danny, like, I'm confused. Like, are we just like messing around, or are we actually talking about other?
We're going, guys. Welcome back to the podcast.
Oh shit! Great intro.
I just thought that we were just gonna shoot the shit for an hour.
No, yeah, man, we're kicking back. We're shooting the shit. We got the boy here, Kill Bill.
What's up? They call me Young Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. Also known as Philanthropist, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah. That's I mean, you didn't have to put me on blast like that, but yeah, that's me. You know, I don't like talking about that part of my life anymore. You know, it was a dark time, but you know,
you might as well just say his full name at this point.
Yeah, Philanthropist. There was a surname to that, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, Young Philanthropist, the Wood Orc or some bullshit.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah.
The jaundiced orc, that's what it was, because I was yellow.
That's right, Raventhor was the wood elf, right?
Yes. Yeah, he was the wood elf. Oh, man, dude, I gotta come back, man. I love it so much. I wanted to live there. Like, I'd never been when we came out there, because we originally just came out there to do the Super Mega thing. Like, we didn't even, like, have plans of doing the show. And then Rav was just like, well, we're going to California. I'm spending a whole bunch of money on this fucking plane ticket. Like, we might as well do a show. And then, like, we hooked it up with Arrow. And that was before he was even EXO. Y'all were there for the official indictment. Is that the right word? Induction. Indictment's not the right word at all. We arrested Arrow, dude. No.
We got him out of Washington, D.C.
Yeah. We got him out there. That was a dream. That was my first time physically meeting him too. So, well, I mean, I met him like the day before, but you know what I mean? Like that trip. Yeah. It was super fun, man. I miss Cali. We got to get back out there like soon. We're trying to do like a video with Super Mega or something at some point. So like if we do that, we're definitely going to throw a show.
I think Danny still has like his Modelo bottle signed by you.
Oh, that's fire. Somebody gave me, I have a gross story about it, and I can't remember. I don't know if it was you, but somebody, like, okay, do y'all remember at one point I was up there and I was so thirsty and I kept asking for water and like they were handing me these tiny waters, and then somebody handed me like a half drank Modelo and I drank it. That was rough. I don't know why I did that.
I remember, like, I gave you I bought you a Modelo and you're like, oh, here, actually Aerospace needs it more.
Oh yeah, because he didn't have one, because we went over and we bought a whole bunch. I think I bought like Heineken or some bullshit, like just because like I don't know what was going on. I just wanted alcohol, and yeah, he didn't have one, so I was like, give him one, he needs it, you know?
Oh, okay, I see. Why the barber shop out of all places? Like that was unique.
We actually went through I don't know if you guys fuck with Strange Friends, like Shango 0 Point and Connor and all those dudes. We went through Eric and Jalen Jamal of Strange Friends because Rav had previously did a show with them, and it was like Arrow and Vader and a couple other people, and the show was really cool. And so we hit them up and we're like, let's do a show. And we wanted to do like a pop-up show, like something that wasn't just like a normal bar or something, you know? And we were trying to find like the most rapidy rap shit possible. And then Jalen was like, let's just do it in my barber shop, like my, you know, where I go get my fucking haircut. And I was like, that would be fucking sick. And so we set it up, and then we did like the whole themed poster and all that stuff, like to get, you know, the flyer was like us in the barbershop, the galactic barbershop and shit. But yeah, we want to do, like, if we go back, we're definitely going to try to do more shit like that. Like, that was great. Like, I love doing shit like that. Like, I would rather do something like that than like a normal venue any day.
Yeah, I remember like when me and Danny and our friend Miguel, who drove us there, when we found out about it, we actually like requested days off in advance. Like, oh, dude, we need to see fucking Kill Bill like live.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, like, I've been friends with you guys like on Facebook and shit. Like, I knew who you guys were. You know what I mean? So it was like, it was cool to like actually meet you guys, you know?
I remember like my first time finding out about you. It was back in like 2016. I just found out you randomly from Bandcamp. Like, I was just looking through music. I found some other cool albums too. This was at the time when I was also into like future funk. But then I saw your album cover and I'm like, oh, this looks cool. I listened to your music. I'm like, oh, this shit slaps. Like he sounds like he's got the drip. So
Thank you.
I got him. I told Danny and Miguel, like, hey, you need to listen to like Kill Bill and go on Bandcamp more, because like that's the place to go for music, and like that's where it's spread. Now I have 4 of your albums physically.
That's fire. Thanks for the support too. Appreciate that shit. Yeah, but it was yeah, that's like really cool. Like you guys have been rocking with us for a minute, and it's cool to see like you guys still rocking with us and shit. Like we really appreciated that review that you did of New Moon too. Like we listened to, I've reposted on SoundCloud and shit.
Oh yeah, of course, man. We're always trying to help you with these kind of artists, you know. Especially because like I've been listening to like the underground stuff for a long time. You know, you and me, common, we love Mega Ran and all that, you know.
Hell yeah, much love Mega Ran.
Finding you guys, I was like, holy shnikes, like these guys are great. And then it just, from you kind of just sparked my whole scope basically for new hip hop. Because I never really listened to like lo-fi and like sad hip hop really until like I started listening to EXO, and then, you know, eventually found Aerospace and a bunch of other people on SoundCloud. Like, it was explosive to the point where I'm like, now I have too much music to try to catch up to.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I feel like there was a period of time where it wasn't like a lot of dudes making the type of music that we make. I mean, I think now it's a little bit because like the rise of lo-fi, you know, now it's like more people doing that type of shit. But like at the time, it was kind of like a little outside of the box. Like, I'm not even saying that necessarily in a good way. I feel like it was kind of like it was hard to fit in with a lot of people because of that shit. But it's cool to see how the scene has grown and like how everything's kind of changed, and some good ways and some bad ways. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. But that's really cool that we were like your intro into this like style of music. I would have never thought making that record, because like back then, like ain't nobody really fuck with us, you know?
Wait, for Ramona or Resin?
Well, I mean, when we did Resin, we had a little bit more of a following. I had like a big Tumblr following at the time. Not a huge one, but there was like more people on Tumblr. But then like it was kind of like this weird period, because like when we did Ramona, it was just like a few people fuck with us. I think we got like, I was real stoked because I got like 400 downloads the first day, and I was like, holy shit, that was like a lot for me. Like, I'd never gotten anything like that before. And then like Resin, it was way more. Then like Tumblr died. It felt like that everyone who was like on that scene like left, because I was really into like aesthetic vaporwave Tumblr, because I made all the Jinzo shit. Yeah, that's actually, the Jinzo shit is literally like the only reason I got like fans in the first place, because like I was making those beats and they started popping off on SoundCloud, and then I was like, hey, by the way, I rap, you know?
See, like the name Jinzo, like, did you get that name from the Yu-Gi-Oh card of the really tall dude?
I can tell you the exact moment I got the name. There's this meme where they put, it was Jinzo, the Yu-Gi-Oh card, and they put Gucci Mane's face on him. And then they put, it said Trap God on it, you know? And then I was just like, okay, well, you know, I don't want to say Trap God because that's Gucci's thing or whatever. So I said Trap Lord instead. And it was like Jinzo the Trap Lord. And it was like a joke. Not like a joke. It was just like a new project or whatever. I was like, you know, trying to like expand and do like a different style of music, like production wise and stuff. And I was really into like, I was like really fucking heavy with like early like Masogi back when he was like Gogeta 13. And I was like really into like Lil Drip and like all those dudes. And then also just vaporwave music. Like I was really into like not just vaporwave, but also like vapor trap, like the Blank Banshee shit.
Oh shit! You listen to Blank Banshee also? Hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah, dude! I had a great trip to that one time, but yeah,
I actually did a review of his like last new album. I forget the name of it. It looks like the meteors falling down on the cover.
Yeah, it's like a Final Fantasy VII reference. What is it? I can't remember it, but it's a good album.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, but yeah, I was like messing around with stuff like that, and then I just did the Jinzo thing, and then it started getting shared around, and like that's why I got cool with like Crime Wave and Ozcob and like all those dudes. So that's kind of like where that all came from, you know.
I can completely understand the whole like that whole like trap aesthetic too. Like I've been to Japan twice, and I'm just like I'm living this moment right now. I remember too. There's this group on Facebook that I'm in called Banshee. and they're a page also, and they have like almost 1 million likes, and they post like really cool aesthetic things. There was one time I was taking photos in Japan, and they were like, the street aesthetics, like the streets at nighttime. And Danny here saw some of them also, and he did like manga edits where he like cut out like people in manga and he put them on the photo. Yeah. And then some people actually found my photos in the group and made their own edits too on like different pages. I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. I'm like, oh, hey, I took this photo in Nagasaki. I know where that crane is. I have that on my phone.
That's tight, man. That's so sick. Yeah, that was definitely like a scene. I kind of miss that vibe. I feel like that's kind of like dying and going to a different thing, but like it'll always like hold a very like special place in my heart.
For me, it was like the golden age of that was like 2017. I want to say 2016 around there.
Yeah. I really like 2013, 2014 was like my like peak of like being in that culture, if that makes any sense. Cause like I was like, that was like right after Blank Banshee 1 had dropped. And then like I was just getting into like a lot of SoundCloud rap. Like I was really into Raider Clan shit, like post Raider Clan, like all those dudes. And like I it's weird. I feel like now it's harder to find rappers on SoundCloud. Like I used to be on SoundCloud all the time listening to new shit. Like I was listening to like dudes that don't even have any followers at all now that I still fucking listen to. Like what's that dude? Shit, I can't remember his name. He had Gengar all over the Gengar was like his logo. Oh, God, I can't remember. If I remember it, I'll just like yell it. He's with Melody Mafia. I think he has followers now, but I can't remember.
I feel like Bandcamp is like completely taking over now. A lot of new artists are starting to go on there.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think it's a really good platform for people who are trying to like actually sell merch too, because like for us, like before it felt like you needed to like make a website, and that's something we're doing now, but you had to like make a website and like have it to where like do all this like technical stuff, whereas like for me when I first started, when I printed CDs, it was just like I put them up and then I shipped them out, and like before I didn't even like print the labels. Like I would literally like write them on there like by hand and shit, and
shit.
And yeah, like we didn't start printing the labels until like this past year. Like I was doing it all by hand. And just because it was cool, it was like different to do it that way. And
actually handmade.
Yeah, of course. I think it's cool because like I would like sometimes I would sign the CD or I would just sign the package or whatever, and then they could see like, oh, it's like actually like I bought the mailers, I bought this, I put it in there, I physically like took it to the post office. The lady gave me a mean look because I had a whole bunch of them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they hate me in that post office, man. It's such a small town, and they see me and they're just like, oh, like every time.
Never gave a fuck about the rules. 24 started running, knocking dust about my shoes. I could fuck around and lose every single thing I worked for. About to start my first tour, quit my job but work more, and I don't even know which way to motherfucking work towards. I serve two masters, these words could pull bladders. I'm worthless, who matters? Not me. Y'all see, I could work my whole life but still miss your top three. Mr. Go, still hit your indigo. Living on the edge, kinda hope the wind isn't slow. Shout my eBay and shout my brother TJ. Third eye strong, kinda feeling like I'm EA. Talking about these days, fuck this generation. While you fuckers get complacent, feeling stuck and end up hating every fucking thing you can. Why you trying to seem cool? Stop making fun of everything and try to be you. That's advice from me to you. Believe it's true, it might shock you that I love you. Y'all can call me Pikachu. Being you is hard to do. I should make it well known that I'm no stranger to the concept of hate and self-loathing. I used to look in the mirror, feel disgusted, but now it's kinda like fuck it. I used to look in the mirror, feel disgusted, but now I'm feeling like fuck it.
Danny, was there anything you wanted to ask? I'm sorry if I hijacked that.
No, yeah, man. I kind of want to go back onto Resin because I've been listening to Resin a lot recently. I really like the album. It's also a very weird album compared to the rest of your music, especially as of like recently. And I was like, I know you're talking about like the whole trap aesthetic earlier. That it's pretty much just your main influence onto Resin, right? Is just getting that kind of weird trap vibe onto there, because you do have certain tracks like Cerulean. I really like that song a lot. You definitely do some interesting things on that album. It's just like, what was your whole process into really getting into there?
I mean, honestly, I just made Ramona, and I have this like thing where I hate people expecting something from me like all the time. Like, I hate the idea that, because like, dude, I came up making beats on SoundClick, you know, like way back in the day, and the whole idea, yeah, way back when, you know, and I was selling beats on SoundClick and shit, and it was like, the idea is like, you looked at other producers, if they were diverse, then they were talented, because like anything can become formulaic. You can do anything. Like, I could come on and like rap pretty sad shit all the time and it be like not authentic, you know, and people would probably buy it, you know, but like, why would you do that? Like, what is the artistic fulfillment out of that, you know? And so I just did Ramona, and it did pretty good. And it originally, I kind of didn't put a lot of thought into it, honestly. Like, it was just like, I wanted to do something very different from Ramona, and I wanted to explore more of the like darker, grittier sounding stuff, and a lot of that stuff was stuff that I would make in one sitting. Like, I remember I made Prisms and Ghosts the same night, and I just went in there, I had like 2 blunts, and I would just like, okay, I'm not leaving until I have 2 songs produced, written, recorded, everything, mixed, mastered, everything, like. And I'm not leaving. I'd shut the door, turn the lights off, and I was like, I'm not leaving until they're done, you know? And whatever comes out of that, you know? And so, I mean, that was how it was. It was like all, like, most of that was just one take, especially Prisms. That was like literally, I wrote it, recorded it, made the beat, did everything. I think I did it all in like under an hour, you know? Just because it was just like, let's try something different. The whole tape was just like, let's try something different. I was in a really like experimental point of just my life right then. I was living in a new house. I just came back to my hometown. I was living in a new house, and like I was hanging out with like new people, and like Rav wasn't there anymore. That was like another thing that was kind of like.
This was for Resin, right?
This is for Resin. Yeah. Ramona was a completely different process. That was like, it took way longer to make Ramona. I think it took me like 2 years total to make Ramona, just like stretched out over just working on stuff, throwing stuff out, working on stuff. Whereas like Resin, I made in 3 months. Yeah. I mean, it was just like one of those things that, I was working a job where I was DJing, and I had a lot of free time, and I would just wake up in the morning, make stuff. I wish I still had, like, I feel like there was a certain like work ethic I had then that I wish I still like applied to myself just musically. 'Cause I feel like I do a lot of podcast stuff now, but at the time it was all music stuff. And I was just like really just grinding every day. And, you know, I think it turned out good. A lot of people don't like that record just because it's so weird, but I'm really happy with how it turned out.
It actually, like, it took me a while to grow on it, to be honest. Like, it took me a while to, like, get attached to it. One of the songs that helped me like that album, like, a lot was RPG. That's like my most favorite
that's
song.
Everybody's favorite one. Yeah. That was that one was a lot of fun.
What was the process for making that song, actually?
It's a funny story, actually. There was my roommates at the time were like really into like D&D and Pathfinder and shit, stuff that I'm kind of not into. And like, I mean, it's not that I don't like it. I've just never really done it that much, you know. I was chilling with them, and they would do this thing where they were like, you got to play Pathfinder with us. And then they would make me a character. And then the thing is like, they would get me like really stoned. And then I didn't know. It's like I couldn't follow what was going on, you know? And it was basically they were playing for me. And I didn't like that because it was just like, I wish I just played it sober at that point. You know what I mean? So I went into my room, and I just like had this thought about how like rappers, and I'm not just talking about like in a negative sense, but like rappers make a persona for themselves, and it's not that different from D&D or something like that. It's just like you make an online persona of yourself, whether it's accurate or not. You're making like a personification of yourself that you want yourself to look like, you know, whether that's a good person or a bad person, you know, you do that.
That makes sense. I completely understand what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, MC Frontalot had this. He said one time that all art is fiction, and that like really like stuck with me because there's a lot of like conflicting elements on Resin. Me trying to be extremely real while also like the next track I'm talking about like robbing people. I've never held a gun to anyone in my life. You know what I mean? Like it's just, you know, like all this like kind of pseudo gangster rap, like internet gangster shit, you know, that it's not supposed to be taken too seriously. And I was just thinking in my head how it's like I'm constantly like I can't decide what I want to be, especially at that time, because it's hard to like find your place in music and like accept it, you know, and especially in rap because it's always changing. And that was my whole thing, was like the struggle to pick what I want to be. Then I kind of realized I can be anything, and that's kind of what that song was about, you know, like you can. It's an RPG, you know, you're leveling up, you're putting stuff out, you know, that's
the way you're making this now. Cause I'm thinking of the list too. I'm just like, oh shit, this is making a lot more sense now. Now I understand why Rob says I don't give a fuck about my hit points.
Yeah, no. Yeah. He has that reckless abandon, you know, and that's real, dude. That's a very real ass verse from him. Like it's
Where did you get the intro for RPG? Sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're good. It happens all the time because it's the Discord lag thing. But yeah, whatchamacallit?
Like, oh, there's a tornado watch.
Yeah, okay. It's the thing is, I've worked really, really hard to find this sample again, and I can't find it. It is from an old ASMR video, and I don't know. It's like it had like 1,000 views. Like I just happened to find it, and I would download them all the time because I sample ASMR all the time. That's how I got into it. And it's like my girl is like getting into doing ASMR now, and it was a little different. It was a little different back then because like now it's like everyone does like all this like it's more focused on the sounds itself, but it seemed like it was more based on the role play and the whispering back then. There was this one of this chick talking about she was just talking about her day. And she was saying that they were under a tornado watch. And I was like, that sounds cool. Let me put that in there. And I cannot find it. Like, I've looked so hard for it. And it's just, it might not even exist on the internet anymore. I have no idea who it is. But that hard drive's dead now. So I can't even see it if I wanted to. So I wish I could like hit her up and like slide her some money or something. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah, here's some royalties. Sorry about that.
Yeah. You know, but I thought that was like kind of an iconic, it sounds iconic to me, you know. It's like, because like when we do that song and that comes on, everyone flips out. I have this thing because I used to DJ and shit, and I love songs that have like a little phrase right before it drops and everyone will like start cheering right before it drops. Like a good example is like, y'all know that song Yeah by Usher? You know how it comes on and says peace up, A-Town down, and then everybody like goes crazy when they first hear it? Yeah, okay, they know what it is right before. Like, I love shit like that, and I think that's kind of one of those songs. It
gives people like a quick moment to realize, oh shit, hell yeah, he's gonna play that song, and then everyone just like goes down hard.
It was like that at the LA show. Like, I remember, and I was like so excited. I was waiting for that moment for like the longest time. And then when we actually dropped it in, like, it was like so satisfying. You know?
I love how like during every song throughout your like whole like playlist at the show, everyone couldn't stop jumping.
Yeah, we forced you. We had the gun to your head, you know, you had to jump. That was the thing we were talking about. Like, my boy was like, he saw some of the footage or whatever, and he saw the RPG footage, and then he was just like, y'all are yelling. That's like a chill song. And I was like, exactly. Like,
I think our friend Miguel was jumping too, but he noticed Danny had his feet firmly planted like most of the show.
Yeah, when the mosh pit stuff started happening, I was like, holy shnikes, like, we're still in a barber shop, right?
Yeah. I actually hate mosh pits. Like, I love starting mosh pits, but I hate being in them. Like, I can't stand, like, being in a pit. Like, unless it's, like, me on stage and I'm getting into it. But, like, I have this thing where, because I'm, like, a kind of bigger dude, I have this feeling like someone's going to bump into me and I'm going to, like, trip and fall and then, like kill a small woman or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm like 6'3" and I'm like kind of a chubby dude, so it's like, you know, I've been in some pits in my day where also I got kicked in the head one time with a high heel. Yeah, we were at this, my friend invited me to this like dubstep show back in like 2011, and I came, and it was like Steve Aoki, you know, his dad's like the dude who like invented Benihanas. Yeah, shout out Steve Aoki. That was actually a fun show. But yeah, there was this girl, and it was like so packed in there you couldn't move, and I'm in the middle of it, and I'm like, I didn't sign up for this, you know, like I didn't want to be in the pit, you know, I just got roped into it. And then like this girl was like crowd surfing, and she had like high heels on, and it was like bam right in my head, and I was like, wow, why would you do that?
Turned you into a unicorn at that point.
Yeah, dude, I didn't see that coming. I was really heated, not at her, but just at the situation. First of all, who wears high heels to a mosh pit, though? I mean, she was holding her own.
Probably someone with big dick energy.
Yeah, incredibly large dick energy.
At that point, you might as well just call it galactic dick energy. The small story about that, it was my friend's 21st birthday party recently. Like on the 15th, and I sent Danny so many photos. This party was so wild, I have decided to like stop drinking. Like that's how wild it got for me.
Everybody has that one party that like, oh, I gotta slow up. You know?
But it was like, it was a fun party, you know, like it was like a kickback. And what happened was my friend, he does cosplay, and he does armor cosplay, and he's doing a Warhammer. And so he has
this sounds awful already.
Just for his birthday, we go outside and we're all smoking stogies, you know, like cigars. So I take a photo of him trying to light the cigar, but I forgot to turn the flash off. So you just see this blinding light around his face. You still see the helmet, but the face and the cigar, like this light is emanating like he's like an angel or something around his face. And I'll send it to you in the chat right now. It was just so funny.
Yeah, and that's why the memes are so out of hand nowadays. Like that kind of shit is just...
It's getting to the point where, like, even within our, like, friends circle, we make our own memes for each other. So I think one of them is, like, it's like, hey, let me get your toes.
Yeah.
And we just point a gun to the camera. We're just like, give us the toes now.
Yeah, there's this dude. I don't know if you guys fuck with Bruce Easily or Shotgun Wang. He's like a rapper, but he's like big on Instagram and shit. And like, there's this ongoing meme that he stole pictures of my feet.
It's great. Gamer girl feet.
Yeah. He stole my gamer girl feet.
Hopping into your Discord, I was not expecting how crazy the actual chat can be in there. With all the lore and just the wild memes.
It depends on the day, because sometimes it's a little bit much for me. Like I've noticed there's this theme, okay, of like, and I'm not just talking about just on the Discord. The Discord's actually pretty cool. Like most of the people in there are pretty cool, but like sometimes you'll get like people in there that like they'll have like Fortnite in their name or something. You know what I mean? Like something a little bit, and you can tell like it's going to be like a little bit of an experience talking to them in some kind of way, you know? And somebody like recently, like, God, they said like the weirdest shit I've ever heard someone say to me, and I can't even remember what it was. It gets a little crazy in there, but most of the time it's pretty chill. Especially like, I don't know, if we have like stream days, it'll be a lot of people in there, then it gets a little bit much. Mob mentality gets a little crazy. But yeah, when we did the new moon stream, were you there for the new moon stream?
I woke up because I work graveyard, right? And I woke up and I was like, oh wait, I forgot they were announcing something. I saw you guys were streaming it on YouTube, and YouTube just kept crashing for me. I was like getting upset, rough. But no. I kept seeing the Discord, and I was like, God damn, like what? Look at these features, this and that, and I was like, oh.
And then I think I text you after work about that, right?
Yeah, and I was like, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. I'll listen to this later.
We went in on because normally you'll go in there and we'll have like a stream and we'll have people and they can talk and we can talk to them and stuff. We actually had so many people in there. It was the most people we've ever had in there, and they didn't even know we were dropping the album. You know, we were just saying it was an announcement, you know, and it was so many people in there that like Discord was like crashing. Like it was like it was like it didn't know what to do with all the audio that was going at one time, and it was just clipping on itself, and whatever limiter that they have on there there was like breaking, you know? And so we had to like move. We have like another channel where it's just me and Rav can talk, or any mods can talk. That was a bit of an experience, but we got it going eventually. But yeah, it gets a little wild in there. The memes are great though. Like I have a folder just full of weird EXO memes.
I still remember the one day, I mean, like during the concert, saw Rav. I was not expecting him to be that short. And I thought about it. I'm like when we took that photo together of you, me, and Rav, I showed my friends, I'm like, dude, Rav can be like my son.
Yeah, he's like the Timon to my Pumbaa. Because I think most people don't expect me to be like as tall as I am, and they don't expect him to be as short as he is. Yeah, but every time you say the word short, you have to bleep it out here because I don't want to make him sad. You have to you just say I can't, and it has to be like shh, and then like bleep. It'll be a good meme. Just do it. It'll be funny. It's something that we did on the podcast once. But no, what should we call it? Yeah, a lot of people don't. Also, another thing, people always say, they're always like, "Wow, I never expected Rav to be so handsome," and then no one says anything about me, and I just cry in a corner.
What the fuck am I to do? Stuck inside the blue. Shades pitched to lifeless sepia. In this chair smoking haze, getting high as a media. Baby Skype call ringing, but I don't pick it up. It could be my girlfriend and I just couldn't give a fuck. I'm cut off like a drunk in a bar. Brain function is scarred, man, depression is a bitch. Put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Put your hands up high if you wanna live a life that ain't yours till you die.
Start puffing, boy. Did you guys like my King of the Hill, my Hank Hill? Was that pretty good right there?
Boah.
I'm gonna start rapping like that. That show'll slap.
Oh, like I forgot during the concert. I think halfway I realized, fuck, I forgot to bring it. On your B-sides for Ramona, you talked about arugula salad, and I wanted to bring a bag.
Oh shit, dude, that's a deep lore. That's a deep lore thing, man. That's not a true story, by the way. It's just like. It's not. Yeah, I'm just gonna shatter the lore on that. It's not.
Real clown.
You're a real clown for this one. No, it was just. It's because we were talking about like. I knew this dude and he like ordered an arugula salad one time and I was like, what the fuck is an arugula salad? And then he explained to me what arugula is. And then like we said the word arugula way too many times in the conversation. And then it's just like permanently in my brain. And so, you know, you a real clown for this one, dude. You a real clown.
It's like one of those words that you say, the more you say it, the more weird it sounds. And for me, it's food.
Yeah, arugula is a weird word. It sounds like some shit you would find, like you would go to like the Bermuda Triangle and then like in the center of it, you would find like the arugula, you know, and it would not be food. It would not be food. It would be some kind of like talisman or some shit. The arugula talisman of yore, you know.
That's great. Also, that salad tastes like shit. I don't like arugula.
The one I had was pretty good, but I think it depends on who makes it, you know?
It's just too rich for me.
What's y'all's opinion on coleslaw?
I hated it when I was younger, but it took me a while to get into it. Macaroni salad and potato salad.
Danny, what do you think about coleslaw? I gotta know.
I think it depends where you get coleslaw.
See, that's where I'm at. 'Cause my girl hates coleslaw, okay? But I'm just like, listen... Like, you can have one coleslaw and it tastes like this. Then you can have another coleslaw and it tastes completely different. It's kind of like saying you don't like coleslaw is like saying I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a thing that's comparable. I don't like music. This is music for everyone. There's a coleslaw for everyone out there. If you like cabbage in any kind of way, wait, no, lettuce, cabbage? It's cabbage, right?
Yes, cabbage. Yeah, it's cabbage, yeah.
I always get it mixed up for some reason. But yeah, if you like cabbage in any kind of way, then you'll probably like coleslaw in some kind of way. You know?
Yeah. I remember when I was younger, I hated tomatoes. I did not like them. The reason why I started eating them more was because, like, oh, if you put them on a hamburger, you get rid of the taste. And I had a lot of hamburgers. I was chubby back then.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's a thing, you know?
Yeah, and I just acquired a taste for them. This sounds weird, but a couple days ago, my friend, we were just watching Star Trek, and my friend just straight out went to his fridge and came back to the couch and started eating a raw tomato.
I've done that before. I live on a farm though, dog. Like it's not that weird to me because like we would go out like my grandparents who they used to live like next door out here. Like they had a garden and it was a badass garden. And like there's something kind of cool about going out into the field, just grabbing a thing, washing it off and eating it. There's like it's kind of a weird experience and you make it like it makes you appreciate the food more. And I've done that with tomatoes. And I weirded out one of my friends one time. Like here's my thing. I'll take a bite of it and then I'll put salt like on the inside and then eat it.
Actually, when my friend did that, I was just like, you know what? I kind of want to try that. I haven't eaten it raw before, and I did it, and I'm like, this actually isn't that bad.
Yeah, no, I mean it's pretty good. You know, I think it's like one of those things. I mean, I know plenty of people who hate tomatoes. Me personally, I dig them. You know, it's like another thing. We had those, and we had this is a weird one. We had like sugar cane.
Oh, I've had sugar cane before.
Yeah, and like we would take it, and I would grab that bitch, and I would put it around put it on my back when I was a kid, and I'd act like I was Donatello, like from the Ninja Turtles. Because, you know, it's a big ass stalk, you know, and it looks like the same kind of like stick that he had or whatever. And like I had like this little pocket knife and you just like cut off a little piece, skin it on the sides and you would chew it. You can't eat it, but you can just chew on it and it tastes good. I think that's a pretty cool experience. You know, we don't have those anymore. I wish we did.
You to put that on the description for this episode, Danny. Today we talk with Kill Bill about sugar canes, arugula memes.
Yeah, big chungus and arugula salad with a side of sugar cane.
I'm down. Hell yeah.
One of my favorite tweets from you, Bill, is still when you replied to Megaran when he was like, they're trying to make me say Big Chungus in the freestyle. And you're just like, you missed your chance to say Big Chungus with the thick fungus.
Yeah. But the thing is like, I know Ran, and I know that he would probably rap some shit like that, because I've seen him freestyle, like, in person, like, twice. Did you guys ever hear about when I first met Ran? It's, like, kind of a funny story.
Rap gang gone proto man, slap a boss with an open hand. I'm focused, this flow is the dopest focus. The dope in the pan is raw, crack 'em all that. Wally with the bars, Jack is GTA. When they see me spray the sickness, get your car jacked. Kill Bill bringing bars back, this here's my control verse. Call out, no fall out, boy nuke it till they bones jerk. I'm old fashioned like my RPGs. My crew be speaking ancient lingo on that Farsi steez. I pull apart a whack rapper, watch his circuitry rip. Shouts out to Dr. Kane on that surgery tip. I got a gun arm on one arm, that visor mad low. I took Flame Man's power, bringing fire back, bro. They get by at that flow. Got a Diamondbacks mode, enough pressure on my back to make a diamond crack slow. Watch, I've been pulling mad stops. Proto Man X, boy, enjoy your backdrop.
This is some lore that you can use, you know. Okay, when I first met Ran, I had like 200 followers on SoundCloud, and I didn't really have that much music out, you know. It was like 2013, maybe 2012, something like that. I think it was 2012. He came to a con down here in Colombia. It was like when I first moved to Colombia. It was called Nashi Con. And it was my first con I'd ever been to. I was a huge fan. I was like a fanboy because of like the Black Materia mixtapes, and like he had just dropped Mega Ran 9, which had like Splash Woman. That's still my favorite song from him. And I was such a huge fanboy. And I remember hitting him up on Twitter, and he was like not as big as he is now, you know, because like this is pre the whole Alex Trebek beef and like a whole wrestling thing. You know, he was just kind of like just like a normal, like I feel like just a normal nerdcore rapper that was like just getting fans. But I just appreciated the fact that he's always rapped his ass off, like on the same level as like a lot of these like other indie rappers who I really look up to, you know. So I remember hitting him up on Twitter and was like, yo dude, I'm gonna be at the show, I really can't wait to meet you. Y'all could probably dig up those tweets. I was probably really cringy. Then like so I see him walking around, like setting up and shit, and my friend was like, holy shit, that's Mega Ran. And he was like a fanboy too, you know. So I came over to him, and he had like shit all in his hands, like carrying merch and all this stuff, you know. And I came over and I was like, Mega Ran, just like real weird, you know. I was like, yo, Mega Ran, what's up, man? And he like looks at me like, who are you, basically? But he didn't say that. He was nice, you know. And then I like go to dap him, and he has stuff all in his hands, and I like realized it, and like we just kind of like looked at each other, and I was just like so nervous. Like I was like, fuck, like I just look like a complete idiot, you know. And he was like, yeah, thanks, man, and just like walks off, you know. And I was just like, oh no. And then so then the show comes on, and I think that he just thinks I'm like a really overzealous fan, but my whole thing was I really wanted to meet him, and I wanted to give him beats. That was my whole evil plan, you know. The show comes up, he freestyles, and he actually, this is funny, I've been to 2 of his shows, and you know, he does a thing where he freestyles and he like looks at objects in the crowd. Yeah, and
he did that with us, with one of our friends, when we went to his concert years ago. He rapped about his like 30-day bus pass.
yeah, he's great, dude. His freestyle stuff's great. It's like a great, like, his shows are awesome. But then like I pulled out my wallet twice, and he rapped the same thing twice, like at both shows. It was just funny. Like he didn't remember it, you know, but he said something that I was like younger than I look or something, or older than I look, or I can't remember what it was. Yeah, there's a video of it somewhere. But so then like after the show, my friend came, and I wasn't gonna like weird him out. Like I didn't want to come over and be like, yo, dude, like I got this beat CD and all this stuff. I'd already like embarrassed myself in front of him. He probably didn't think it was that embarrassing, but I thought it was, you know. So then my friend comes over to him, and it was just like, yo, man, this dude Bill, like, he's the truth, and like says all this shit to him, right? And it's just like, you gotta like link with this dude because like he's the future, and he's like saying all this like really like you know what I'm saying, like really like this is a movement, like, you know what I'm saying, like all this shit to him. And he probably doesn't even remember this shit. And I went over to him and I bought some merch from him, and I got it like the Black Materia mixtape, but it was in the PS2 case.
I have that same one.
Yep, it's great, right? Yeah. And then so like I leave, and then I think that's going to be the end of it, right? And I was like all sad about it. I was like, I didn't even give him the beat CD, like I should have did it. And I was like, you know, I was like really upset about it. And then like, so I'm leaving, and then like one of the voice actors that was supposed to have a panel the next day dropped out. Okay. And then they asked Mega Ran to fill in that spot and just do like an hour-long Q&A. So no one really knew who he was there. You know, it was just like in South Carolina. It wasn't like a huge crowd in the first place, you know? And like, you know, it's South Carolina. So we're like, oh, we got to go. We'll like actually get to meet him. We go in there. It's like 6 people in there. And I was like, this is perfect. Okay. And so we just like shot the shit with Mega Ran for an hour. You know, and then at the end of it, I was like, is there like an email I could like send some beats? And he was just like, yeah. And he gives me the email. He's like, I don't know why I asked you that. And I just handed him a beat CD. And then like, yeah, he ended up using one of the beats. I'd flipped Mega Man X, and he used one of the beats for the Blur Bomber.
Yeah, 20XX.
Yeah, that's the one. And there's like a remix of it with me on it, which came out after, whatchamacallit. That was a funny story. A similar thing happened when I met him at MagFest. It was like, I gave him a resin CD. It was like the one of the first presses, like the ones with just the black CD. Yeah, and he looked at me like, why are you giving me this? Like, he was very nice about it, but, you know. But we didn't really know each other. And then we started like actually like talking more after that, you know. Shout out Ran. He's a good guy.
Yeah, Mega Ran's a great guy. It's always great seeing his shows. When I first met him, we got there a little too early for the show. And me and my buddy were like, yeah, let's go eat. And then we're walking, and then we see Mega Ran there too, and we're like, oh shit, what's up, Mega Ran? He's like, hey, what's up, guys? And we saw him by himself, and I was like, hey man, could we eat our tacos with you? He's like, yeah man, come on, sit down. And we just sat down and ate some tacos.
I just want to point out, when you said that thing where you were like, hey, what's up, guys, I just heard that in his voice. He definitely would say, hey, what's up, guys, like that phrase, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very Mega Ran.
Yeah, dude, I love him so much, man.
Yeah, I really wish he would come out to the West Coast more. But yeah, he's going to be in the UK upcoming tour. So if you guys are out there, go check him out.
Doesn't Rov live in London?
Yeah, no, he hasn't met Ran yet in person. Yeah, because I mean, he's lives in the UK. Like, you know, it's a difficult, and he's from like what, Phoenix or somewhere, you know. So
also, there's the photo I was talking about earlier. It's in the general chat.
Yeah, I've been like staring at it this entire time, like just kind of like wistfully looking at this giant explosion of light. It high key kind of looks like me, like if I were to have a thing in my face, like we have like the same beard thing going on, you know what I mean?
I stepped inside a room full of blue. Chances are that every rumor is true. I speak slowly, cause in this town it seemed like every creep know me. I should drop a mixtape and market strictly beats only. Y'all should know be eavesdropping, so I'm lighting the wood slow. Old school heat, it's like igniting a wood stove. Amalgam thinking like a wishing well jeweler. Mini me's jocking, may y'all kids some sell juniors. Flipping cards, trying not to trigger trap hoes. Y'all trying to wrap this up, you're gonna need a bigger lasso. Chilling out with Rand, best believe we kicking fat flows. If you ain't trying to crush it, why the hell you spitting raps for, huh? I push it back, putty tat, the cat is so sick. Y'all run the zigzags like it's freaking Madden 06. Slow your roll, AI to the wayside. Big wallet chasing Spider House by the Bayside. That's Majora's Mask, let the moon fall slow. Y'all be spitting boring raps, let your crew all know. I put it down. Yo, what up, Rand? I put it down. I put it down. I put it down.
I don't know if you've been keeping up with it, Graham, but yeah, big fan of the podcast, Bill.
Oh.
Yeah, first listening to it, I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, okay, clearly, like, Super Mega copied you guys, right, with this type.
Yeah. No, okay. If y'all want to get real deep into the goddamn lore, we had the first podcast episode from like 2015 that's out. You know, and it's the exact same format pretty much. It's just we have Don doing the art, which is just happens to be Super Mega. You know, he did their art. You know, it's like, I wouldn't say we copied them. You know, I'm just saying that, you know, they copied us. You know, they're just they're good boys, but they need to become a little bit more original. If you ask me, you know. Yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah, just the stuff you guys talk about is great. Those ad reads are top notch for sure.
Yeah, we've actually we haven't like turned down any ad reads, but like I kind of don't want to do like serious ad reads. I just want to do like
yeah, you just have to keep it going.
Yeah. Did you guys hear this is kind of a segue, but like we were on the first podcast twice, or I was on there twice because I was on the Rav episode of the first podcast and my episode of the first podcast. They are sponsored by NordVPN, and it's become like a meme now that I come in there and I'm like getting NordVPN because Skyrim is for the Nords. and like it's such a bad joke. Like, it's so dumb. So that's my only real ad read I've ever done.
That's great, actually. Fuck the orcs. It's all about the storm cloaks.
It's from this like meme I saw where it was just like when you're a dark elf and then like your companion yells out like when you're in a fight, Skyrim is for the Nords, and it just had like this like crying dark elf.
That's great.
I played way too much Skyrim in my day.
But yeah, so your podcast, it's mainly just in the style that Super Mega copied from you guys, as well as you just also dive into some subjects pertaining mainly about hip hop and stuff. Like, is there like a certain balance that you guys do before you hop in, where you're like, okay, well, should we just talk about a random topic, or you guys you're just whiffing as you go?
It depends. Sometimes like all the like role playing episodes are, well, they're not scripted, but we'll have like a general idea of like, okay, today we're gonna be like acting like it's Lord of the Rings. You know, and then, you know, we'll kind of go to those episodes because we know people will like those. And so we kind of spread those out. A lot of times, especially lately, we're just like, fuck it, let's go in. Especially if we have a guest, like we had Arrow on, we had absolutely nothing to talk about. And it was like one of the better episodes, I feel like. We were just like shooting the shit. Then we'll have like the episodes that are bad because, you know, it'll be like a 5-minute episode just because fuck you. So, you know, but yeah, no, we don't really plan it too much, but sometimes we will. Sometimes we'll be like, let's talk about this. I like the ones that get serious because sometimes they will. Like sometimes they'll just like naturally get kind of either serious or something that we care about. And
you get really deep into it.
Yeah. And like a lot of people know us for the memes and shit, but I think that we're like humans too, and we want to like do
serious things.
Yeah. Especially if we talk about like us first getting into music, because people ask us that stuff all the time. They'll be like, what got you into making music? And I think a lot of those people appreciate some of the like deeper lore of like
EXO.
Yeah, I mean, like Rav recording on tape for like the first year of him like making music, or like me first making beats on Xbox. You know what I mean? Stuff like that is like kind of weird. Yeah, kind of weird shit that like people wouldn't know. I like talking about the pre-internet shit. That's like my favorite thing to talk about on that podcast, because it's stuff that there's so much of it to talk about, and also it's so foreign to the younger listeners. Like there's like people who are like 15, 16 years old, and then we'll be sitting there talking about like, yeah, we used to take beats off of LimeWire and then record over them in Windows Movie Maker and all this shit, and they'll be like looking, and I'm sure that like people who listen to that now are like, why would they do that? You know,
why would you play a Game Boy in the dark in the back of your van only using streetlights?
Yeah, exactly. They would never know. You know, honestly, real talk, I don't even know. So
it's cool telling them, but at the same time, like, oh, dude, I sound like a boomer. I need to stop.
Yeah, no, I've just like, me and Rav have just kind of like pinpointed that we're okay with being the dudes who like school the young rappers on like how weird it was. But it's like, it's funny because we sound like old men saying like, back in my day we had to go uphill both ways, but it's like way dumber. Like it makes way less sense, you know. Instead of being like, well, we went and we bought audio equipment, instead we're like, well, we rapped into a camera microphone because I was 15, you know, or like just shit like that, you know. Like
Danny Danny's here's the only person I know that, I don't think he has it anymore, but he had a Game Boy Micro.
That's fire.
I think sometimes like he would use it. He would be in these skits also called like Imagine That. Did you use the micro to record sometimes?
No, we used it as a prop. There was a scene where we were just doing this meme for this like some random commercial, and we only had one camera at the time, and when it would cut to us behind the camera being like, oh man, you fucked it up, basically. Like we had to put something there, and I'm like, well, I got my micro like in my pocket right now. right. And yeah, we would just place it right there. Yeah.
You know what I wanted to do for the longest? That reminds me, I wanted to do this for the longest so no one can bite my swag on this. I'm sure someone's actually already did it, but I really want to do, like, you know how they had the Game Boy camera? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, with the printer.
I would love, the printer, that's the one, but it had the camera on it. I want to like do a music video, and it's like me, and I'm just screen capturing like what was going on the camera, and it's like me just rapping into that camera, and that's the music video, because it would be so fucking funny.
Everything's all in 8-bit.
Yeah, it's literally an 8-bit music video. I have no idea how you would go about like actually, without emulating it, actually taking the screen, because there's no display out on those. So you'd have to get really creative, you know. But people used to do it back in the day. They figure out how to do crazy shit. So I'm sure there's a way to do it.
Especially for like the type of music that you make, like it fits perfectly.
Yeah, well, I think a big part of what we do is we pride on the fact that we record in our houses. We record in our bedrooms or whatever room in our house, you know. I always pick the bedroom because I can wake up and do that, or go to sleep right after, you know. But like, I like the whole DIY thing, and I mean, that's just fucking you guys are probably big like Def Jux fans and shit, like coming up. I assume that y'all are like into that style of rap music too.
I mean, some of them I do like. I mean, would you consider Post Malone one of them? I mean, one of the reasons why I like his is because I actually like his singing voice. I like his vibrato.
No, I wouldn't. Def Jux was a label. There was a label in like the mid 2000s. Yeah, it was a label of like rappers who a lot of people compare like us to them, like stylistically, like, but not musically, but like the idea of like we record and do everything ourselves and shit. It's like kind of a similar idea. Yeah, no, Post Malone is like a very different type of, I like Post, but like, you know, fucking like, I'm talking about like A$AP Rock, LP, fucking Camuteo, like Cage, like all those dudes. They did lo-fi recording. When I say lo-fi, I mean like low fidelity recordings, or like kind of rudimentary recording setups. And a lot of those records are my favorite records, you know, like None Shall Pass by A$AP Rock is like a really great record, and it was recorded on like a shitty fucking I mean, the microphones were nice and shit, but it was recorded like on like a shitty like Dell computer. Yeah, if you ever like I recommend anybody who's into that type of music like go back and watch the like Revenge of the Robots documentary, like all that stuff about them, or the Bazooka Tooth one that's on YouTube. It's great because one, the rapping is phenomenal. There's like C-Ray's Walls and A$AP Rock freestyling while on acid. That's great. But then like just all this other shit that's also like thrown in. It's like they're recording and they've got like the big ass like CRT fucking monitors when they're like recording, and it's like the big box ones, the heavy monitors and shit. And then like on top of that, they're like fucking playing GTA 3 in one of the videos. It's tight. It's like really super sick. I would recommend it to anyone. Yeah, man. And they're talking about violent video games like in the thing. And it's like there's something, they're just like smoking blunts talking about violent video games. It's like mad funny to like go back and watch.
That's great. Huh. What was the record label called again?
Def Jux. It's Definitive Jux, like Jux, but Def Jux was the original. They got sued by Def Jam because of their name. But I like, if I were to give you like a starting point, if you like our music, you would probably like their music. If I were to give you a starting point, I would say probably like go back and listen to like probably None Shall Pass by Aesop Rock. Yeah, they're not a thing anymore. But LP was the dude who started it, and LP's like one half of Run the Jewels now. So it's like kind of a like cool. Yeah, and all the stuff he released on that, he produced a lot of stuff. He produced like The Cold Vein for Cannibal Ox. That's like a really great record. Fuck, there's so many of them that are dope.
Yeah, all the Funky Homo Sapiens on here, huh? I've heard of him.
Was he on Def Jux?
Yeah, it's on here right now. I'm looking it up.
I never like associate him with that because I guess I just think of the hieroglyphics and shit. But like, fucking, yeah, no, there was just like an incredible like run of music. One of the best songs I could say, if you ever want to just like get a like, there's a freestyle, or not freestyle, but it's called Reports of a Possible Kidnapping, and it's Cage, Aesop Rock, and LP, and they both have like the best verses I've ever heard, like on any song, just thrown on one song. Yeah, that's like one of theirs. They were a rap group called the Weathermen. And
okay, yeah, that's what it says on Definitive Jux also. I know that Aesop Rock just came out with the new album a bit ago. I think it was Malibu Ken, right?
Yeah, it was him and Tobacco from Black Moss Super Rainbow.
Yeah, if anything, I'll definitely give the Weathermen a look.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever actually put out a whole album together. They put out one that was like before Ace was on there, but they just put out a whole bunch of songs.
It says they have like 2 mixtapes, and one of them's a bootleg.
Yeah, but like the mixtapes that are out isn't the same lineup. It has different people on there. Yeah, it was a big super group. It had like 10 people in it at one point or something. It was a shame. We actually talked about it on one of the new podcast episode that we're dropping this coming week. We talked about Def Jux a lot because it was like they were such a huge influence. That and like Rhyme Sayers and like Stone's Throw, like all those record labels that were popping like when we were younger.
One thing I wanted to say too, I remember when New Moon came out, like I really loved the album. I really enjoyed it. Actually, before it came out, I was listening to this artist on Bandcamp called City Girl, and then when one of your songs came out, yeah, Love Drug. When I heard the sample, I'm like, oh shit, they used City Girl. Oh, like
yeah, it's not even like a sample. It's like we used that beat. We used it. Yeah. And so like we just like came to an agreement on like royalty splits. Yeah, shout out City Girl. They're like incredibly talented.
Mm-hmm. And she just came out with another new album like a month or two ago. It's really good. Yeah, definitely. I haven't heard the newest one. I heard the one before that one, and I was a really big fan. I need to get up on the new one. That's like it's like one of everyone's favorite songs on New Moon is Love Drug. They City Girl actually played the guitar and everything on that. I didn't know that. Yeah, I actually talked to them on the phone. And I was just like asking stuff. I was like, what'd you sample? And they were like, I didn't. Yeah. I mean, I think they've sampled stuff before, but not like on that record. I think pretty much everything is all composed.
Yeah, that's a good track. But I think my favorite has to be the one with Mega Ran.
Oh yeah, the fucking. I feel like I was just really happy. That's actually a really old verse by me on there. That's I recorded that right after Resin, and I sent it to Ran. Ran was like, yeah, I'm gonna get on this. And then like, you know how it is with rappers and shit, you hit people up and then they don't get on it until like you have to poke them a whole bunch or whatever. You'd be like, yo, get on this, you know. And but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be annoying. I hate being annoying. It's like one of my like least favorite things to do is to annoy people and try to make people feel like they need to be on my song or whatever. I hit Rav up and I was like, okay, I have this recording, but I say Mega Ran's name on it. And I don't have the mix anymore, and like I don't want to re-record it, so we need to get Mega Ran on this song. And then I sent it to him again, and it was like he forgot about it, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, shit, we got to now," you know. And then he sent me the verse like right over. He also sent me another verse, so that's gonna be dropping soon, and I'm really excited about that one. That one's a little bit more serious. I like serious Ran. I like it when he gets motivational and serious. It's cool. The thing is with Ran, I know that we're just going to be talking about Ran this whole time. The thing is with Ran is like he's really been through some shit because like he's been from the perspective of like he was a teacher and then he was like this like kind of ambiguous rap like internet rap person, and now he's like a full-time rapper. So he's went from like a profession that is like the most professional of professions to becoming a full-time rapper and still like not changing who he is as a person. That's crazy to me.
What kind of teacher was he? Like,
I think, yeah, he was an English teacher, I'm wanting to say.
Yeah. No, because the reason why I ask is because, I mean, personally for me, I've decided I want to go back to school, and I want to be an English teacher, but not here in the U.S. because teachers here aren't treated well. I want to be an English teacher in Japan.
Yeah. He taught for a while. I'm wanting to say. I mean, he tells that story like every time that he does shows. Like most of the time. Like I remember both times I saw him, he told his origin story. He usually goes in depth, and it's cool because it's easy to get a hold of him. You know what I mean? So you could definitely ask him, especially if you're at a show. He's the type of dude that'll stop and talk to you and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. His persona just boggles my mind though, because I feel like when I was trying to be a professional, like a working professional human, who I was then and who I am now are two completely different people, but he is like the exact same because he's like family friendly, you know, for the most part. Like all of his music's like pretty family friendly and stuff. And like I could see him doing those types of songs and stuff in front of that same crowd, but he also raps his ass off. And it's really interesting to me, you know, so.
Yeah, he's a really good dude. I still remember one time, back in 2016, when I think that was my first time seeing him live. Danny like asked to get a photo of him, like, hey, like, can we get a photo of us dabbing? And I'm like, oh yeah, and he just called it Mega Dab. I'm like, oh no. But what made it cool was, yeah, what's cool was Mega Ran had the Mega Buster from Mega Man and the helmet on. So when he was dabbing, he had those on at the same time.
That's fire. I heard someone stole his Mega Buster.
Oh, man, really?
Yeah, I saw that he was talking about that on Twitch.
Oh, no, yeah, I think that's when, yeah, I remember it's on one of his tours. I think his laptop was swiped too.
It was somewhere in DC, and they stole this particular time, because I know what you're talking about with the laptop, but this particular time someone took the Mega Buster and then like was posting pictures of it and was like, haha, I got Mega Ran's Mega Buster. And I'm just like sitting here like, what kind of clout is that? That's like such an odd thing to be like bragging about on the internet, you know?
Yeah, like you stole a rapper's like collectible. Like that's kind of odd.
It's weird because it was almost like the same kind of feeling I get when you see people rapping about people jacking rappers' chains and shit. Like, why would you do that to Ran? Because he's not like that at all, you know? He's like the nicest dude I've ever met, you know? So it's just a weird flex, but okay.
What's the other way of saying that? Like, odd bend, but acceptable, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So I feel like after this podcast, someone's going to be like, oh, how is it with, like, Kill Bill? I'm like, dude, we just talked about lore.
Yeah, no, there's so much lore. There's so much lore, especially EXO lore. There's plenty of it.
I think there's too much lore sometimes. I get a little lost myself.
Dude, I get lost in it.
Mirrors never paint the right pictures. Life on a string, let it hang from life fixtures. Trapped in a wall that I erected from a feeling. You can aim for the stars until you step into the ceiling. Claustrophobic, chase wide spaces. Life's complexity, I can't face my basics. Loaded with the fingers, man, it takes 5 aces. Opening the doors like a great migration. Yeah, I hear that Skype call bling. Used to climbing back, but the bright fall stings. Let it ring. Let it ring. Let it ring. Let it ring. Till it stops. Standing on my own too. Never felt so brutal, babe. These tendons are tired. I feel like I can't move them, babe. Caught inside a moment, but these moments keep coming back. I feel like once I start running, that I can't keep from running back.
One thing I also have to ask, and I got to do this for the meme. I'm gonna clap between like every word. When are we getting drop season physical?
Oh, that's an excellent question. We kind of plan doing some other physical stuff. Like, that's the only thing is the only reason I haven't done drop season physicals is because it's like my least popular album. You know what I mean? Like,
really, drop season?
Yeah, like I mean, like if you look at like the streaming numbers and like downloads, everything, it's like way below the other ones. Not because it's not because of the record itself. It was how it was delivered. The idea was it's not really a record, it's a compilation. It's like we did a song a week for like 15 weeks or something like that.
I know, because most of them came out on SoundCloud.
Yeah, and that was the idea. And then we did a compilation of everything with some added tracks in, and then posted it to Bandcamp. I think also one of the things is like Rav did the cover art. You know, he didn't draw that, but he put it together. And he sent me like 3 options, and I picked like, I don't know, like I was really stressed out because I paid this person to do the art for it, and I didn't like it. And like I was super duper broke then. Like I was working that DJ job, and like dude's checks were bouncing and shit, and I was just like freaking out all the time. I spent like $200 on this cover art that I didn't like, and I wasn't getting refunds for it because they already did it. They just ghosted on me basically. And so then like I was like, Rav, we got to do something. The tape's dropping tomorrow, kind of thing, you know. And I hastily picked the wrong cover art. There's like this other, y'all might have seen it, but there's this other art that's out for it that's like doper. It's like way sicker. And I kind of wish I used that one. So if we do the physicals, which we will eventually, but if we do the physicals, it'll definitely be like a different cover art than the one that's on Spotify and SoundCloud and Bandcamp and everything. But it'll be similar, but it'll be it's gonna be like its own thing.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to collect like all your physical CDs.
That'd be super sick. We're trying to get like cassettes, and like we're trying to like work our way up to vinyl and stuff too. But it's just like vinyl is expensive, you know, and so it's like just trying to get all that figured out, you know. But this year we're really like we just became an LLC and everything, so we're like trying to like make everything, like we're really trying to like push some crazy cool merch shit. People have been asking for it for a minute, but I think now it's gonna be, we've been working really hard to make sure it's quality. That's the biggest thing, is like we don't want to give you guys something shitty.
Yeah, actually, like one of the merchandises that I'm excited about are the shirts with like the kanji or the katakana that says Exo City.
Yeah, we've been working on the shirts for a minute. I'm not gonna snitch too much on it because like there's some certain things we're trying to do with the shirts, but we're just like right now in the process of like quality control and making sure everything's like really sick, because like this is kind of like more Rav's thing in terms of merch. He enjoys doing this a lot, and like me, I like the shipping out and all that stuff, you know, and so like it's kind of like a good symbiotic relationship in that way. But like he basically said like he wants to make shirts that are, if he could pick any shirt in the world, he'd want it to be our shirt. That's like how he's like wanting to, like he wants it to just be like a really nice shirt, and like it not be just like, because I don't know, man,
our shirt. Yeah,
no, like you can buy like Hanes fucking shitty, we could give you guys like some shitty cotton Hanes thing that's gonna like shrink as soon as you put it in the wash, just like everybody else does. Or we could try to make something that's like actually like we want to make something that you could wear, that even if you don't know what we are, you would like the shirt, you know?
Yeah, it means a lot. Like the one, because me and Danny, like I think we talked about it. Danny wants to get the shirt with Rav's face on it, with like the cartoony one. I said, okay, if you get that one, I'm gonna get the one with Kill Bill on it.
Hell yeah, that's sick. Rav's is fucking sick because it's got the snake. Like that's a big thing. Like I love this because his whole thing with the snake, he loves snakes, and so it's like a really cool.
I love snakes too, actually. What's do you have? Like something like that on your shirt? Or
no, it's just me. It has my like, I have the hat back and I've got like my tongue out. It looks cool. I like it.
got that funk in my mental state. Grass in my pipe, beef and mash on my dinner plate. Bricks on the boards, spazzing to innovate. Never bend it backwards for you bastards to imitate. Fascism syndicates, fashion it been the place. Cool side switch like the back of a pillowcase. Not tripping, just stating opinions, man. I'm so high, got a face full of ceiling fan. Goddamn, I smoke good weed. I can't name the fucking places that it took me. Synesthesia like a fireworks show. Yeah, I spit a verse, I gotta get higher first though. I admire Kurt Blow. These are the breaks, man. She like the skateboard jam, Weezer and face plant, dance hall juke, coke in her nose and shit. Part the fucking club wide open as Moses did. Yeah, you can notice I'm fire. I won't stop spitting till the globe is on fire. So you can notice I'm fire. I won't stop spitting till the globe is on fire. Yo, you can notice I'm fire. I won't stop spitting till the globe is on fire. So you can notice I'm fire. I won't stop spitting.
Speaking of snakes, here's some like real crazy lore that I've never told anybody. When Rav was living with me, we actually got a snake. Like it got loose in our apartment. We lived like next to this. It was like a little, I wouldn't say a river, like a fucking stream that was like man-made in this apartment complex. And we would get like snakes would come up out of there, like, and sometimes it was dangerous because like we get water moccasins really bad out here, and like they'll kill you. Like if you don't go to the hospital, you'll die. I come downstairs and I took like a shower. I was coming down the stairs and then Rav is yelling at me, but I was in the shower and I didn't hear it. And Rav is like, it was Rav and this other dude named Cam. They were like down there and they were like, Bill, don't come down here. Don't come down here. And I'm like, why? Like, what, you know? And I think they're just fucking with me because we used to do shit like that all the time. Like I would just like wake Rav up in the middle of him sleeping, yelling at him or something. You know what I mean? Like we just fuck with each other all the time. And so then like I'm going down the stairs and he's just like, there's a snake. And I was just like, and I thought they were saying like, there's a snake in my boots. Like they were just like fucking with me or something. And I'm just like, and then I was just like, ha ha. And I looked down and there's this like big ass, like black snake just chilling at the bottom of the stairs. And I was just like, holy fuck, there's a snake in here. And like, apparently it got in through like, there's this like little closet that had this small hole on the bottom. We didn't see, like, you know, it was incredibly small. I don't know how it fit through there, but it was a big ass snake. And I'm like looking at it and I'm just like,
big old dragon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was not a wee snake. It was a big old dragon. And yeah, so like my first thought is like, I gotta kill the snake, you know, because like that's something we always did here. It was like if you see a snake, because we have dogs here and like they go outside, and so if you see a snake you gotta kill it because it'll kill your dog, you know. And so then my first thought is like, all right, I gotta find a thing to kill this snake with, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm upstairs, you know, like what am I gonna grab? I find a shovel, and I'm like gonna come down there, and Rav's like, don't kill the snake, man, don't kill the snake. And I'm like, dude, I gotta kill the snake. Like, what are we gonna do? You know? And I'm trapped. Like, I can't get out. It's just sitting right there at the bottom, you know? And I'm like, are we gonna like call animal control for this snake in our house? And he's like, nah, man, I got this. And I'm sitting there with the shovel, and I'm like, dude, if it comes to bite you, I'm just gonna hit it on the head with the shovel. And then like, and I'm standing like 10, 15 feet away, like up the stairs, you know? Rav comes up with a towel and just like gently puts it over the snake, takes it outside, and just like lets it go on some like snake whisperer shit. Like it just didn't freak out at all. Like it was chill the whole time.
That's very wholesome and adorable.
Yeah, especially seeing as I was about to literally murder this snake in front of him. Because like I'm sitting there, it's gonna bite me. Like I'm gonna die, you know. Like I don't know what it is. Could be a water moccasin. Could be a rattler. Who knows? It wasn't a rattler. I mean, I don't support the killing of snakes unless it's absolutely necessary. So I just want to point that out. But yeah, that was a time. Yeah, that's just a funny ass story. Rav the snake whisperer but the thing that's really funny though is like you didn't think about it. There's like kids play out there all the time.
To the listeners of Unversed podcast, you heard it here first.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said that before. I think I've talked about it in the Discord and stuff, but never on a podcast, that's for sure. So y'all got that weird information. Do with it as you will.
I wonder if we can get animated too.
That would be a really good one, especially because I remember it so vividly in my head, and it was so funny. Like I knew it was funny at the time that it was just like, what the fuck? Why is there a snake in here?
It needs to get to the point where like, you know how two best friends play. Well, not just Rooster Teeth, but like a lot of podcasts, they have like fan animations, you know?
Yeah, well, like Game Grumps does that, and Super Mega, and then they have that. Yeah, definitely.
My favorite one was Sleepycast. Sleepycast is like my most fucking favorite one. JonTron episode is my favorite one. They just talk about the taxi driver.
I didn't see that one. I don't remember that one.
I listened to it, and like the story is so crazy. You know Zach, right? The nasally dude, Psychic Pebbles. Him and John were in a taxi in New York, and they had this like Korean dude as a driver. And they were talking about this like news reporter who got shot in the Middle East because I think he was like gay or something. And JonTron's impersonation of the driver was like hilarious. It was bad, but it was like so funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that one out because I think that'd be really funny.
Oh yeah, dude, the JonTron episode's great.
I recommend Wooly versus God. I don't know if you were a fan of Best Friends when they were still around, but Wooly, his background is all about like, oh yeah, used to do a lot of stuff with the church, this and that, and on the podcast he would just start doing these long bits of just explaining the lore in the Bible, and he got it animated on his channel, and they're just pretty good. They're great stuff.
Yeah, I need to holler it. I was on Rubber Ninja's stream, Ross. Me and Rav were on his stream the other day. We were talking about like animation and just how hard it is, and so like that's why I'm so like we haven't had anything animated yet. I've seen people working on animated stuff for us, but like I haven't seen the actual finished product of it yet. And I've been like so excited to see it because I know that's like next level dedication, because it's not just like you did fan art or you did a thing like or like a cover or something like that. It's like something that took like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, especially if it's dope. I'm really excited to see if they do any. The one that I want to see of ours, which I wanted to see since it dropped, was the episode, I think it's like episode 4 or 5, but it's like us talking about if we had superpowers, what would they be? And it's like the one where it's just like I just have hands instead of I've got hands instead of feet, and I also have hands instead of hands, just like I just have all hands. And like I talk about how I would like attack people, and I'm like, okay, I'm green, but I'm not like super powered, I'm just green. I like the Hulk, but just green and not muscular. And then I'm wearing like a Speedo, and then like right on the crotch, it just says hand. Like my idea of attacking people is I trip people up. Like I go and like grab them by the face, and then I grab them with my hands around the ankles, and they fall down. My leg hands grab them by the ankles and trip them. They fall down. And then like I start punching them with my top hands. Then I stand up and then like just do a flurry of punches, like tap dancing on them, and that's like my finishing move. And I want to see that so bad. And Rav's power was that he can like anytime he has like a slightly optimistic thought, it comes true. Like he could have like 29% on his phone, and then on his phone battery, and he'd be like, oh man, I hope that my phone battery is okay, and it'd be like 82% when he looks again. You know what I mean?
That's actually a really good one.
Yeah. But it has to be like mildly optimistic. It can't be something too crazy. And then like his arch nemesis is someone who is mildly pessimistic all the time. But they're both like unaware of their powers. That's like what makes it good. So, and then the other thing was that he has like trousers that say hand on them or have hands on them. And then like I would sue them and be like, hey dude, you can't use that. It's my thing. And then he'd be like, I hope I win this lawsuit. So yeah. I'm trying to see that animated real bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments in We Don't Suck where I was like, oh man, if this was animated, let me tell you.
I don't know, like I don't know how it's so dumb. Like my mom is like into the podcast. Like she'll like, oh my god, I don't know why she listens to. I hate it. And like she'll be, because this is weird because I don't curse around my mom or anything. I'm super respectful of my mom, and it's like weird for me to her to hear me. And she hasn't until recently, until like I quit my job and shit. That's when she started like listening and everything. It's a little different.
I was a monster walking through a sacred garden. The moon's falling, nothing you can say can stop it. Tell me what makes you happy, what's it do for all the others? You could call them aspiration shit, but I just call them summers. Stepping through an orchard, picking fruit that hangs low. All up on my shoulder with a crew that ain't yours. Accept the little things, never fry the big fish. Brush the dust up off it, never try to nitpick. See, summertime is stardust, falling off of fingertips. I never wash my hands, I just beat them where the denim sits. Canyon full of water in a drought. Fathers turn to monsters, lock your daughter in the house. Leave your mask at home, life's notes tend to crack your dome. Thirst will turn your temper real fast to stone. From the swamp to the bay to the mountains, I got lost in the frost and the haze that hung around it. Pretty pictures hanging slightly too high, put on a face that's too mighty to cry. Moon's tear glisten in my pockets, weigh me down. I don't listen, I'ma drop it, I'ma find a way to space.
How did you meet Aerospace?
We first, well, actually, it all kind of stems through Connor, who's a rapper, who was on Strange Friends, who I've known for years, you know, just on the internet. Me and Rav were friends with him, and he's really dope. He makes beats too. But he would always do this thing where he would like put me on to rappers, but he would do it in like the worst way possible. Like he'd be like, yo, you gotta check this dude out. And he would like overhype it, and I would never listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Like all the time. And he was doing this with Aero because he personally knew Aerospace through Strange Friends and shit. And he was just like, yeah, I went to this Aerospace show and blah, 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 you know? And then I was just like, yeah, you know, I'll check him out. You know, I had no idea like what he was. Like I had this like in my head, like I thought that he was like a lanky white guy. Like not, I'd never heard his music, but just like based off of the name, I don't know why I thought that he was like just like this like a slug type of dude, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't know why that pops in my head because he's like everything but that. But like, so then like I kept seeing after we dropped Ramona, I would always be searching to see if people were talking about it. And I remember like on 4chan, the music board on Mew, they would say like all the time, they would be like, can you guys give me related artists? And people would say Aerospace, and me and Rav would see him and be like, man, this dude Aerospace, he ain't shit. Like he ain't nothing like this. Like because we were like on our shit, and we were like, we didn't even listen to him. We were like, man, fuck that dude. Like we're you know, we're way better than him, you know. And then like I heard like one song, I can't remember what song it was, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty good, you know. I was like, he's all right, he's pretty good. You know, I was kind of a hater, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, he's all right, you know. I told him the story, it's mad funny, but yeah. And then somebody, it was like when Volume 2 dropped. Like when his I can't remember the name of it now, but the Volume 2 is what I call it. The something tape Volume 2. Somebody was like, you got to listen to this. And then I listened to it and I was like, holy fuck, this is good. It's still like one of my favorite ones from him. Probably my favorite tape from him is Volume 2. And yeah, it's probably my favorite one. I love all of them, but that's probably like the one that it's the first one for me. You know how it is first time you hear somebody, you know, whatever. He was going through so much at the time, and it was just all just pouring through in the music. And I was like, fuck, this is really good. I gotta like holler at this dude. And then, we talked. I can't remember when we first talked. Something I hit him up through Twitter or something. And I was just like, yeah, we should talk. And then we talked about doing an EP together at one point. This is way back when. This is like pre-resin. And, then like, it never happened. It was just like one of those things we talked about doing. We like never did it. And then we did like one song. I think we did Majora first, and then we did Smoke Break for drop season.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like Majora is also one of my favorite songs by you, just because like I'm a big Majora's Mask fan. That's like my most favorite like Zelda game of all time.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, it's definitely up there for me, but like the whole metaphor that you can like find in that game is like what inspired that, the whole like accepting death thing. I always thought that was like really morbid and sad, and that's like why I wanted to write it. We did those songs and they like went over really well. People were like really like stoked to hear those. And then I was like, man, like there must be something to this. Like people just associate us together, and we've never really worked with each other. But anytime it would be like, yeah, you should check out Kill Bill, Rav, Square, Aerospace. It would always be there. Anytime you would search, it would be there. And I would be like, man, there's got to be something to this. There's got to be some kind of like crossover. And then I just realized that he's dope and he's kind of similar to us. We had been talking just back and forth, and we were sharing his music all the time. He was sharing our music all the time. He was like always like in our Discord and shit. And then one day we were just like, fuck it. Like, we got to get him in here. Cause like we hadn't had the last member that we had added in was Ashido. And that was in like 2014, 2015, you know? And then we were like, well, let's add somebody else new in and somebody that would excite people. And so we hit him up about it. And I mean, it just so happens that I really like him as a person too. You know, he's just so funny and like just a really nice guy, like a genuine nice guy. And I mean, same thing with Ashido. Ashido's great too. It just made a lot of sense. And we were just already so associated with each other. And then I hit him up about it. And then he was just like, he gave me a minute. He was like, let me think about this for a minute. And we told him, because it's not like, we're not like a label, you know, we're more of a collective and a merch company, you know, like that's the idea now, is to be more focused on merch. And like, we don't like sign things. It's all just like handshakes when it comes to releasing music and stuff like that, you know? And so it's more of like a collective, and it just made sense. And like, we just like broke it down to him. Like, if somebody were to reach out to him and want to sign him, we would be fine with that. He could still be an EXO and still be signed to fucking Interscope if he wanted to, you know? So, you know, because I want the world for him. Like, I really think that Aerospace could have like a bigger like mainstream appeal than like people give him credit. Like, I could see him being like a Kanye West type, like real shit.
About like talking about like the real stuff. I'd like his album, his last one. What was it?
Oscillation.
Yeah,
I still haven't listened to that one. It's not on Exociety. I don't know where.
I think we had reposted it on there, but it's not on our label page, because we just wanted to have it separate, so like he gets all of the revenue and we don't have to like get it out to him, you know. So we just like reposted it on there instead.
His last recent album before that, the Hanekawa one. Like, listening to the lyrics, I mean, it's real, and it gets pretty sad too. But I kind of like that though, and I know that's his thing when it comes to rap. That's one of the reasons why I like him. He's, I mean, sad, but like also real about it, you know? Like, I follow him on Instagram. Again, he's a great dude. And it's funny because like every time I post on my story, like, it's real Aerospace hours, he always like reshares my story. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to get a follower or two. Thank you.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, no, I'm serious though. Like, one of the biggest things I want to see in 2019 is like, I'm trying so hard in my lifetime to see fucking him and JPEG Mafia do a song together, because him and Peggy are both from DC. They're both like come from like similar backgrounds. Like, it just makes so much sense. They've met before. You know what I'm saying? I want to see it so bad. I don't know if it's actually going to ever happen. That's like on my bucket list of things. This is the thing I want, because I'm like just a big music fan in general, and I'll like put ideas in my head. Like, I'm always just like, you know what would be sick? Like, if so-and-so worked with so-and-so and it was produced by so-and-so. I do it all the time in my head. And like, what I want to hear is Peggy and Aerospace over a Kenny Beats beat. That's what I want to hear. Hell yeah. Shout Aero, shout Peggy.
Shout out Arrow, Peggy, shout out Rob, shout out everyone in Exociety.
Shout them all out. We got Rekadam, Datacat, fucking Ashido Brown, Square. Oh
yeah, how's Square doing? I know the last album he came out with was like back in 2013, right?
Well, no, he put out he's in that group and more with nobody or no one important, and it's the duo. Yeah, he did. Existence is futile and existence is existential. But he's working on some solo stuff now. He actually just sent me some music, and it's really, really good. Yeah, he's doing good though. I keep in pretty close contact with all of those dudes. Yeah, Square is probably like one of the most I keep in contact with, just because he's been helping so much with the business side of things. So shout out Square, but he's like high key probably like the hidden like best rapper out of all of us. Like, he's so good. He's so like incredibly talented, and like no one knows who he is. It pisses me off so much.
I think like one of my favorite songs off of Drop Season. He was featured on one of the songs.
It was Daki. It's actually his song. Well, we worked on it together. It was Daki was the name of the song. It was produced by DJ LG. LG did a bunch of beats for like Space Ghost Perp and shit, I believe. Yeah, shout out LG. He's a really nice guy. Actually,
shout out to you. Thanks again for coming or talking with us in the podcast today.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I've just it's been a really good time, and like we really appreciate all the love you guys have been showing us, and it's been nice talking to you guys. You guys are cool guys. I mean, fuck y'all. Not just
I'm a barbarian, burying bars. I part arrogance. I start what I finish. Bizarro, I'm barbarian. Head full of trees, my body is bark parrot with loose leaf. I'm new speak. I'll Robert Ross, Maryland. Don't compare me with your top 5. I'm spot minded. Fucking touch a rubber duck. I'll buck a sucker right now. Pipe down the flow. That's Mario maneuvers. Tell him yak, yak, yak. Hit your Barrio with Rugas with a bargain hoe. I'm Zuda. Split the difference and split fast. Faces to the floor, dropping weight like Slim Fast. Hit the register like tuning forks. Her mood is sore, center cube like a Rubik's core. I'm Buddhist, I do this. I gives a fuck if you compute it. I'm a moving kind of rapper. I just do it how I do it. I'm a moving kind of rapper. Keep up with the music. Somebody tell the master don't fuck with the student. And that's just something you should know about. Hit the stage drunk, dropping funk till they throw me out. And that's just how we be doing shit. Living how we living, getting faded, making music. Bitch, you acting like I'm new to this. Yo, ex posed for nudie flicks. I booty hit, she threw me the booty. I hell maneuvered it. 5th grade, I'm cootie sick. Got a problem, shoot me, bitch. Carolina on my mind, I back up on my hootie shit. Movie clips. What's with all these movie clips? You couldn't push a T, so you got malice for the groupie clips. You sicko, that's some groupie shit. You moody as moody can get. I laid the hammer down. I fucking judged Judy the bitch.
Yeah, dude, fucking, oh, yo, you want to talk about a shooting yourself in the foot moment? I've never been to Japan, never left the country, actually. I was invited in like 2015 to go tour with Megaran in Japan, and I didn't have my passport, and I couldn't go. Rough one, real rough one. And I remember he hit me up and was just like, you got to get that, you know? And it was like I didn't know. I actually probably could have done it because like it takes like a little bit of time, like a month or something to get it.
It took me to get my American passport 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, yeah, okay, but I heard that if you drive to Atlanta, they have a service where you pay like $100 and they'll give it to you day of. And I didn't know that. And so like, I still haven't got my passport because it hasn't come up, you know, but, if it does, I'm probably going to do that soon, but if I do it, I'll probably do it that way just to get it and not worry about it. So
not many people like actually have passports, to my surprise. I mean, I can understand because it's like expensive to travel. For me, it's kind of a good thing to have because it's like a backup ID, you know, just in case you lose it. And also for a lot of jobs, what I've noticed, it's like if you bring in your passport for like proof of like citizenship, that's all you need. You don't need to bring in like your driver's license or social security. Just bring your passport. That just proves everything, you know? Yeah,
of course. Yeah, I definitely want to get on that soon because like we've talked about doing shows in London, all this other stuff. And it was like we were really trying to do a show in London in December. And there's like no way. Now in retrospect, I was sitting there cramming because like we were working on New Moon like that whole time, and it was like we were trying to do like just in context, I quit my job like a month ago. Okay, and so I was working full time, and then on top of that was doing the podcast, and on top of that was working on the album. And so like there's this period of time, like there's like 3 weeks we didn't have the podcast. And like everyone thought like something was wrong, I think. And I don't know, maybe people didn't care, you know, and I was freaked out too because like the album was done, but I had to mix everything. And I was just so like depressed because I was like sitting here like, man, I could fuck this up. Like also I'm working all the time and like all this other shit. And like I just kind of cut back my hours at work. I taught them, my boss like follows like what I do. Or my boss followed what I did, you know, what I do. And she was like noticing that like I was getting more plays and stuff after the LA show and stuff. That was like kind of like when we did the super mega cast and the show and everything, like it was like everything kind of like went up. And then I was talking to her. I was like, I got to cut back on hours because I'm just like I'm going to die. And then I was just working weekends, and even then I was still like all over the place. So there's no way we could have did the show in December, but I definitely want to do one soon. We want to do something crazier than the barbershop. We want to do something crazier than that.
Barbershop 2.
Like not even that. We want to do one that's like thematic off of like something else. And like, I'm not going to say like the ideas that we had, but like, eventually we wanted to get like weirder and weirder, and to the point where like eventually we're doing a show like an airplane or something crazy. Like that would be like next level. Just do something really crazy like that. I mean, no, it's not even realistic, but it would just be kind of fucking funny to do it, you know? Well, you look at it like this, like if we had the money to do it and like people just paid, we could take the L financially for it and then film it and then be the people who did the show on the airplane. Like that's like that pays for itself right there. I'll take one clout, please. Yeah, that's it. If I ever get money, I swear to God, that's what I'm doing. That's like the first thing I'm doing. Is I'm gonna
shit right there.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm gonna dress up like Snoop Dogg. I'm gonna dress up in the purple like Snoop Dogg did in the movie. I think he wore purple. I don't know. That's right. It's been a while, man. It's been a while since I've seen that. I was like 13 when I first saw Soul Plane. It's like the best age to watch that because it's really an awful movie. It's really bad, but you know.
Bitch high on that Mary Jane. Pussy in my mouth, pussy on my pinky ring. Pussy in my mouth, pussy in my mouth, pussy in my mouth. Drunk in the bitch high on that gang. Drunk in the high on that Mary Jane. Pussy drunk in the bitch high on that Mary Jane, on that Mary Jane.
Yeah. Straight up out of the gutter shit. 6-shooter pistol to the mouth of the government. High cal like the counts in the butter sticks. Butterfinger rappers dropping pounds of that other shit. Honestly, I haven't found I can fuck with it. In the fountain, the youth about to drown in a fucking ditch. Pump fake rappers not balling a trumpet shit. The trumpet slip about it, I'm about it. I crush with fist. Focus. Close in the book, I mirror image them. Stick a cultist brands to your throat and sear the emblems. Killing shit with wordplay, you got me with the penmanship. It's not a fucking death note. You're reading my best quotes. Get money, get paid. Shit, I've been a beast since the fucking 10th grade. Untouchable. Bitch mad cause I said that I don't fuck with you. My life is all music. Sorry if you're fucking number 2. 5'7" be the number 2. Bitch, you ripping land shit. I know that's a number 2. Your main bitch calling me. How'd she get my number 2? I got a quarter pound of the perp. That's a number 2.
He's dead. The boy dead.
Danny, where'd you go?
Hey,
there he is.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's windy out here.
Okay.
The wind's taking him away.
Are you outdoors? When I play a lot of like Dragon Ball Fighters. That's been like my shit. And my whole thing is if I lose, I always say the first round is data. Like I'd be like, first round's data. Like every time I lose the first round, I'd be like, first round I was just testing your power level. And then I lose again. And I'm just like, gotta go. Charleston's the place to be here though, in South Carolina. Like I don't live in Charleston, but I'm like a 40-minute drive from Charleston. And I go to Charleston like 3 times a week. Like I'm always, cause there's nothing to do here. Like it's like we have a movie theater with 1 theater in it. It's so small here. And so then like we'll go to Charleston and we'll drive out like downtown. There's shit to do. Like we got poke the other day and then went to this anime film festival and that shit was like really cool. Downtown's beautiful. The thing that's cool about downtown Charleston is like it's not like it is in like other cities, like big cities. Like you can still maneuver. Like I'd drive a car and not be like anxious. You know what I mean? Like that was the thing in LA. Like it freaked me out. Like there's so much stuff going around all the time. I hated it. Like I liked the city. Like it was cool, but like the idea of like not having an Uber driver freaked me out.
Yeah, that's the thing about LA because I've driven there. I've even gotten an accident in there before. It's so congested. There was one story I remember. The 405 freeway is the most notorious freeway in California. There was a story where I think it was standstill traffic for a couple of hours. And there was a taco truck. The dude was just like, okay, like screw this. I'm just going to open the truck in the middle of the freeway. And then it was standstill for so long and people actually went up to the truck to eat tacos.
That's fire, but it sucks, but it's still funny. It's like, yeah, no, like that whole thing. Like I remember when I first got to LA, that shit scared me so much because it was like, okay, I'd never, just to give you context, like people don't do Uber here. Like, I mean, they do in like Charleston and shit, but like here, it's not an option. Like you cannot, it's not here. You know, we have taxis, but it's just not enough people, I guess. And because it's like, it's just not a thing. It's some kind of law against it in this town. I don't know. It's weird, but, so it used to be anyway, but so you have to have a car here. Like if you don't have a car, you're just bumming rides all the time from people because taxis are too expensive. And so like, especially me, like I have to drive 10 minutes just to get to, because I live on the outskirts, just to get to like a gas station. I have to drive like 10 minutes. But like when I got to LA, I'd never gotten an Uber before. And so I downloaded the app and my phone was on like 60%. Okay. And my laptop was dead in my bag. And I was just like freaking out. Like we left the airport and we're just walking around. I'm trying to get an Uber and like my phone was fucking up. Like it kept saying I wasn't where I was supposed to be and like it couldn't get me an Uber and all this stuff. So I'm walking around freaked out. Like I'm like walking around like what the fuck, you know? And then I'm calling Rav and like Rav is like where was he? He had touched down somewhere else and he was like about to be in LA like in like 2 or 3 hours. And so like we eventually got it to work, but like I had like a straight up panic attack. Like I was like freaked out.
Yeah, because so many things can happen in LA. Like it's the second biggest city in the US. So like it can be, I feel you, it can be overwhelming.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even just that it was overwhelming. Cause like once I finally got everything, when I got everything working, it was fine. But like, cause like we were staying out in Glendale. So it was kind of like, it wasn't as busy. You know what I mean? It was a little bit like more chill kind of suburb kind of thing going on. And like, but like, yeah, man, when I first touched down, we freaked out. My girl's phone was dead. And I was like, if my phone dies, then like I'm fucked. That's what I was really afraid of. And then we got back and like we got to the B&B and the Airbnb was like, it was cool. I'd never been at Airbnb either. And it was nice. The lady was really nice, but there were ants everywhere. And I was just like it was one of those things that she was asking me to rate. And I didn't want to rate it because like I would have gave it 5 stars if it weren't ants everywhere. They weren't even fire ants. We have fire ants. So it's like they bite, you know, but they weren't biting. They were just chilling. They were just there in the room. Yeah, like they were just chilling. And then like it freaked my girl out though. She was all like, she hates stuff like that for whatever reason. She just like hates like seeing like an infestation of any kind. I feel it too, you know, but it was just like a lot of ants. And I was just like, fuck. Like,
hey, Danny, are you there? Is the wind taking you away?
Yeah, no, I'm back. Yeah.
It's so windy out here, man.
I got caught in that infinite Tsukiyomi over here for a second.
The fucking Tsukiyomi.
Like that. I don't know what you're referencing, but you know,
some good old Naruto, man.
Oh, see, I've never watched Naruto. I've watched like 3 episodes of Naruto in my life. No, there's a reason why. I have a reason why. Not that I dislike the show. I mean, it seems cool, you know, but like there was this time period in my life. I was like so ride or die DBZ. And then like I had like a friend who was like, Naruto's so much fucking better than DBZ. And I was just like, nah, blood. Like this is like my shit. You can't say that. You know, and then he was like, no, but like legitimately, it is objectively better in every way. And I was just like, no, I'm never watching this show. And then he showed me 1 episode, and the whole time I was just a hater because of the way it was introduced to me. If he would have been like, yo, man, let's watch Naruto, I would be like, yeah, sure. And I probably would have watched the entire thing. But so, yeah, that's pretty much been it. My dog is barking right now, too. Shout out my dog.
Oh, what kind of dog?
I got 3. I have a little Chihuahua who is actually pretty quiet. His name's Lucky. Now, Lucky, we found him on the side of the road. He was like starving to death, and he's an adorable dog, and he's like really smart. Then I have 2. They're like half Beagle, half Jack Russell Terrier. Which, by the way, you would think you would call those Beagle Jacks, right?
That never came up, actually.
No, we're gonna have this conversation now because this bothers me. Okay, so you would think like when they breed, you'd be like Beagle Jacks, right? Because it makes the most sense to call it Beagle Jacks. You know what the official name for what a Beagle Jack is? A Jacoby.
Jacoby?
Yeah, I know. It's dumb, dude. Jacoby. I don't actually know if that's like official. I just my mom said it a whole bunch, and she was just like, "Can you believe that?" Like, but yeah, no, I have 2. Well, I have 3. Speckles and Layla. Speckles is not too smart. Layla kills things.
I just have an English bulldog that snores all day.
I love English bulldogs. I love bulldogs in general. They have like I just like want to like play with their cheeks.
All right, Danny, did you want to wrap this up or?
Yeah, man. Final question, Bill. Thoughts on Kid Goku coming in for Dragon Ball FighterZ?
Oh shit! You asked me the best question. I'm excited because it's GT, which is interesting because I have this thing where I really didn't like GT, you know, but I think some of the character designs were great. And I think that Kid Goku, I've been wanting Kid Goku just in general. I thought they were going to do like Dragon Ball Goku, but instead it's going to be GT Goku. And also the thought process of him having, like, there's this theory going around that one of his supers is going to be him going Super Saiyan 4. I really want that. Like, I want that really bad. I hope that is one of the things that they do, because I really always wanted to see like him versus a Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah, when that happened in the what's that thing called? Dragon Ball Supers or Heroes?
Everyone talks about it. It's supposed to be pretty sick. The fight was supposed to be pretty sick.
But yeah, no, I also really hope that he can go Super Saiyan 4, because over on Pixiv, right? That's a image website like DeviantArt, you know. Mm-hmm. This artist would draw like fanfic of Dragon Ball Classic trope, right? But he drew Goku Black messing around with the time ring, and eventually he wound up in GT World.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's called Dragon Ball Versus. If you look that up, you might be able to find it. But yeah, he finds Goku, and the last page of Volume 1 was Super Saiyan 4 versus Super Saiyan Rose Black Goku, and I was like, this is the hypest thing ever.
Yeah, it's big fire.
Yeah, big fire. So I really hope he gets his Super Saiyan 4 transformation, because, I think they have to have it, because they're finally showing GT love. This makes me think, we're getting Season 3 DLC for sure. And I don't think they're going to do 2 GT Gokus, because a lot of people are already upset there's another Goku. Him having the transformation makes perfect sense.
Are we going to get Omega Shenron?
I hope so.
Yeah, that was like the big thing that I was hoping for, was it was going to be, because they haven't like talked about who the other one is yet. Right, like it's just they've just leaked that one, so it usually comes in pairs, correct? Like it'll be like 2 and then 2. So I'm thinking it would make the most sense to have Omega Shenron to be the other pair of that. I don't want to keep you guys here forever, because I'm sure, because we've been here for a minute, but like I could talk about this for a long time, but I'll try to keep it short. But who do you guys want to see, or who would you want to see in Fighters? Because I have like a set of people that I want to see really badly.
Garlic Jr.
Garlic Jr. coming through. Them big non-canon muscles. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking, like, who would be great would be Chi-Chi from, like, End of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I forget which. It was, like, an old PS2 DBZ game, but, like, that's when she was actually playable. She used Goku's staff and the fan. Interesting concept. I was like, that'd be great to see her. And then when I saw Videl, I was like, that's close enough for me, I guess.
Seriously, I forget the name of his number, but he was in the movie, the Super Android.
Oh, 13.
13, yeah.
The one that hit Goku in the nuts?
Yeah. My trucker hat.
Yeah, that's just great. Yeah, I want to see. Okay, these are the ones I want to see for sure, and then I'm gonna have some jokey ones that I would think would be funny. Okay, so I don't want Hercule, Mr. Satan. I don't want him. I don't want him near it. Okay, and the reason why is I'm sure he would be a fun character and all this stuff, but like I can see him being annoying in the same way that Fat Boo is annoying. Like I hate fighting Fat Boo, and just because like I play with the English dub, like I just hate that fucking shriek every time. Okay, and I just imagine he would have something that was not a shriek, but something that was annoying that he would say all the time. Okay, people I want to see, real talk, I want to see Janemba from Fusion Reborn. That was one that I've always wanted to see, and I'm not talking about the big yellow one. I'm talking about the one, the one that actually would be a playable character. I don't even want to see. I just want that. I don't want the yellow one at all, because it would be like in the way, and it would be like I don't want it to be a transformation. Although that would be kind of cool to have a transformation and him just like whoop your ass. I want to see that. I want to see. I mean, like people would talk about like Bulma being in like a mech suit. That shit would be pretty fucking fire.
Yeah, that's like very Dragon Ball.
Yeah. It's kind of the same vein as like having Chi-Chi, it would be cool. But there's another one I was thinking of, because I know that we're going to get Blue Gogeta and we're going to get movie Broly, like canon Broly, which I'm excited for both of those. But there's like one, okay, like I really wish they would just do one just like completely broken fucking like what if character. You know how they used to do that? They used to just give like, oh yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Broly, have fun. Mecha Cooler, oh that would be cool. But we already have Cooler, so I'm kind of like, I like Cooler's design better than Metal Cooler personally. Like I like the big one, but like I would really like to see like something fucking crazy, like a Super Saiyan God 3 or something Vegeta, just because fuck having another Goku, but I don't know. It would be really cool to see something like that. But yeah, I definitely want Janemba. Janemba's my number one. Oh yeah, and also I would like to see them fight the dictator. I like to see them fight their version of Hitler.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I do this thing on Twitter where I have to say that like every few months. I'm like, reminder that Gotenks saved us from Hitler.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think if they were to come out with like the actual movie Broly as one of the skins just for fun, they should do Bio Broly?
Oh shit! I would actually, yeah. That was like one of my first. It's not my favorite, but it was one of my first Dragon Ball movies that I owned. Was the Bio Broly?
Bio Broly
one?
Yeah, because I had I had like the original like ocean dub of The World's Strongest growing up, and then my dog's really freaking out. Sorry, it's probably gonna pick up, but it's okay. But yeah, no, sorry, they're really going ham. Chill. There we go. They chilled. Okay. What were we just saying? Oh yeah. The reason why is because my mom, she knew I was like really into Dragon Ball. And this is like she got me this like when like Trunks was like first coming out. Like, it was like the end of the Frieza saga, like beginning of the Android saga is like, I was buying the VHSs all the time. And then my mom was like, yo, I'm gonna get you like a movie, like a Japanese one. Would you want one, like off of eBay? And I was like, yeah. And then she bought me, it's like this weird bootleg. I still have it. I'm actually looking at it right now. It's across the room, but it has Fusion Reborn on it, and it has Bio Broly, and like there's even like ads in between them. It's like clearly like ripped from television, and then it has this like sticker. It's like a really good bootleg. Yeah, so I still have it. I still cherish it because it was really cool, because like all my friends thought it was so cool that I had some shit that wasn't out in America yet. Like looking at Gogeta, like they didn't even know Gogeta was a thing, and they didn't even know Vegito was a thing. Yeah, or like Bio Broly, I had no idea who Broly was. Like I was just like, he's a giant swamp monster. I mean, I knew he was like a Saiyan. Like I knew that much. I was like, yeah, he's a big Saiyan. He's pissed for some reason. Which I think that's better than like telling why he's actually pissed. Because if you look and see why he's actually pissed, you're like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's that weird Toriyama just writing. Well, I guess not even Toriyama. Just.
Do you have a PS4 or an Xbox One, or?
I'm PC, man. Yeah, I play PC and I got a Switch. Hell yeah. I don't play the Switch anymore, hardly, though.
Oh, well, if you ever decide to play the Switch again, you should grab up Skullgirls on there.
Yeah, that just dropped. Yeah, I saw that it just dropped. I want to get that, and like I'm waiting. I don't know if it's ever going to come out, but I was kind of waiting to get. You know that game, Unist? You know what I'm talking about? Fighting game?
Yeah, Under Rebirth?
Yeah. Is that ever coming to Switch? Because if so, I would definitely cop it on Switch. Yeah. Is that ever coming to Switch? Because if so, I would definitely cop it on Switch.
I haven't heard any news. Probably. I mean, it's going to be it's one of the main games at EVO this year, so it'll probably pick up some speed with that.
That game is the reason why Melee isn't in fucking EVO.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's really heated about that. But I don't even have Unist yet, but I've been watching like a lot of the dudes I follow that like on YouTube that play fighters play Unist. And so I've been watching that, and it looks like really fun.
Dude, speaking about Unist, someone made a video. You know the whole Eric Andre let me in, like meme. Someone did like a video, and they put him as Melee, and they put the gate as Evo, and the bus passing by. I think it's either Celeste or it's Blaze Blue, and he's trying to talk with them, and then when he goes, "Let me in." And then you just see Fox's down B, with the reflector.
Oh yeah,
when he's just like, "Let me in."
That's so funny. Yeah, I love the memes. It sucks that Melee's not going to be in it, but like it's a thing. It happens. People are gonna have to move on eventually, dude. It sucks, but like
Evo's gonna smell nicer at least.
I guess so. Well, the thing is like, okay, my old like dudes that lived in my apartment complex that I used to hang out with all the time were like hardcore Melee heads. you know?
Fox only Final Destination.
Yeah, you know, they were like, but they were really good. You know, they played in tournaments all the time and shit. And like, I've never been good at Smash. Like, I've never like even attempted to be good at Smash. It scares me a little bit because it doesn't play like any other fighting games that I play. You know, like I'm like, I grew up on like Street Fighter and I mean fighters and like BlazBlue, Guilty Gear, shit like that. You know, and so like I'm used to the whole like, okay, we start from the bottom and we work up, like we're fighting and we end up in the air and then they fall down at the end. You know what I'm saying? And then the life bar is done. Like I'm used to that formula. And so then I look at how like freeform Melee is or just any Smash is, and it just scares me because it's like, so I mean, I'm sure I could get it eventually. It's just everything, they move so fast. That's the big thing, is like I can't even tell what's going on half the time. I always just get fucked up and I'm just like, oh, this sucks. You know, I mean, I like the game, but I hate losing. So, you know.
All right, so I think that wraps it up for our podcast.
For sure. Thanks for having me on. Don't do drugs. Y'all hit me up if y'all ever come through South Carolina. I'll get you guys some barbecue. Oh, I got some spots, dude.
Good coleslaw.
Yeah, I'll hook you up with the best people. My mom makes the best coleslaw. You'll have to come through. My mom will make you some coleslaw. All right, guys. Well, it's been real. Do I have to say something weird to end it, right?
Look, all I want to know, Bill, is when's Kuji Santana coming back?
Dude, Kuji Santana never left. Also, he's a kaiju.
And when is DJ Hentai Daddy coming back?
Oh, that's a rough one. I don't know. Probably, realistically speaking, probably not on an album ever again. But I'll probably do something else with him. Yeah, because I'm trying to kind of move away from not from him as a thing, but like I'm trying to be like a little more serious on records now and not have like skits just like in general. You know what I mean? So.
I ran away from my feelings. Still don't know no better, baby. Late night drug dealing. Always one time for my feelings. Lately nothing makes sense. Except for being with you. Love don't pay the rent, but baby love songs do. I'm off my own. Chakra bone, shaka boom, baby boom. Fuck around and catch some feelings. Let them bloom, shape the room. I don't bruise, live a little with it, but a crew. Bumps in the back with the bruise. What the fuck could I lose? Stick shift stuck on cruise control. I'ma lose control. I'm off that. I'm off that. I'm off that. I'm off that.
Bust when I cross time bridge. Pump full of drugs to the love type bitch.
Try enough to mostly do right. Old devices were sold on Vice. Now I slide through like gold on ice. She's so my type, and so I strobe my lights. Got a number and a call last night. All my life been controlled by pride, but I formed mine twice and the door's quite right. When she crossed my sights, I'll unfold my bite. Hey, sitting by the moonlight, and I won't let you fall. I just want us to fly, let it take control. Float above skyscrapers, and I don't wanna pump my brakes, cause I would rather see where this buzz might take us. Kissing by the moonlight, and I won't let you fall. I just want us to fly, sail above the wall. The city's cold and it's mechanical. Our souls are incompatible with all of theirs, and their songs of fear.
I ran away from my feelings. Still don't know no better, baby. Late night drug dealing. Always one time for my feelings. Lately nothing makes sense. Except for being with you. Love don't pay the rent, but baby love songs do. I'm off my own. Chakra bone, shaka boom, baby boom. Fuck around and catch some feelings. Let them bloom, shape the room. I don't bruise, live a little with it, but a crew. Bumps in the back with the bruise. What the fuck could I lose? Stick shift stuck on cruise control. I'ma lose control. I'm off that. I'm off that. I'm off that. I'm off that.
Bust when I cross time bridge. Pump full of drugs to the love type bitch.
what you thought this was, what you think it is, what you trying to say. Ay, fuck it, I'ma do it all faith. Dust in my chest and a blunt in my face. Come from a place where what matters don't matter. What matters is scattered all over the map. I don't see nothing, really it's nothing but bitch, I'ma dip on my toes in the trap. Hoping to sap, trees falling, fiends calling, fuck off of my line, ho. Dipping and dodging a 5-0. You making it harder to vibe, ho. Let me twist the Dutch, you lift me up, don't give a fuck, it's my business. Say they fuck with me, to fuck with me. I flood the streets to find business. Never gave a fuck about a thing in the world except for you. I ain't tryna twist my fingers, less it's next to you. Lesson in the pressure, fuck it up a lesson in depression. Don't get slump in the back, pumping the drug to the trap. Hit like a slug to the bag, what the fuck is with that? What I thought it was, what I think it is. What the fuck am I doing here? I ask, what the fuck is the point of doing this? Why the fuck did you trust my foolish ass? How the fuck am I supposed to lie to myself anymore? I'm jaded. Case by case on the basis. It's just faces, faces, faces. I don't like none of them.
Thanks everybody for listening to this episode of the podcast. It was great having a good swallow time chatting with Bill over there. Follow him at IamKillBill everywhere on social media. exosociety.net for his music. Kill Bill on the Beat on SoundCloud. Links in the description as always, guys. Remember, you can email us at unversedpodcast@gmail.com. And he also has a podcast with co-host Rav. That is We Don't Suck. You can find that on YouTube, iTunes. Be sure to check that out as well. Link in the description for that, of course. Thanks, guys, for listening, and have a good one.